Oh, very good. Good outfit. Yeah, I didn't even know he's here. I like this tree. Look, that's where I usually come to work. I had to get out and I had to burn off some energy, not to blow up. That's good. See how damp it is? Yeah. And dry though, so they get pretty deep. I can't believe it. I don't see any. Wow. These are like an inch deep. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, maybe there we go. Hey, Don. Yeah. What's up, peeps? We have to stay strong. Hey, Madeeb. Good to see you, brother. Man, I was worried about you, man. I figured no news is good news. I wasn't really worried. I was just like curious to be the word. I know you can take care of yourself. A pink flowered thistle. Horseshoe Ranch. Never heard of that. It's really hot. It feels great. There's a peacock. Oh. Got a chicken in the woods over here. In the same spot. One up with that. A little bigger. I'm gonna cut it today. Stronger we get, the more we get tested. I will not bow. I will not break. That's right. Only one person I have to worry about what I'm doing. The most important one. That's the only one I'm trusting. Rather be hated for what I believe than be loved for something that's false. Like rocks, pebbles are in the stream, right? Yes. Tony, I thought I'd give you a break for a while, let me relax a little bit. I'll take some of the weight, carry it here. So you gotta, everyone's gonna hurt you, but you gotta find the ones we're suffering for. So you made it. You're the first one. I'm so heavy. It looks like a potato or something like just a weapon though. Look at the axe, see? Grooved. Look at that. Boom. Something's in the tree. Look at that hanging Y. X. Y. Y. Look at this. Yeah, coincidence? I think that, look, here's Y. Now it's the X. Look, Y. X. Road signs, there's no X. Look at this locust. This is what you think. How would you like to suffer this one? A crown of thorns. Look at that. Man. Keep seeing these things get huge. Look at that. All over there. There's a thorn in this locust too, but I think it's where I busted my ass. Looks like they have some shrooms. Of course, they always do. Golf ball just wore some silk shorts with no pocket. Top. We have 3. Another late symmetry. Nature doesn't come in symmetry all the time, especially like that. I'm here for some mushrooms though. I see some before you can get 1 foot in. The turkey tails. See, that's last year. That's this year. That looks like a turkey's tail, you know. But they're okay. They're tough. Right now, it's like 2. I hope the spider will be enough. Symmetry. Yeah, and look right here. Why? I will never know. This is the land of the why. Yes. What's that right there on the path? Yeah. There's ring. Oh yeah. Twist it. Boom. That area. Over in a different spot. It's all A. $60 in there. There's a wall. One. There's a knife down here today. Welcome to the jungle. Sitting on this log. Oh, yeah. About 2, 3, 6, yeah. It is Saturday. I'm at the house. Could have had my truck on the road, but I got it on the road. I just need a tire. And I've waited this long. I'm not in a hurry. I can change much. I like walking. I just kind of always let things happen. No rush nothing. Like if I'd have rushed it, I'd have bought tires and did that guy giving me 2 to trade. You can always leave it in someone else's hands. Seems to be turning out best for me anyway. But see where we at. Oh, that sounds good. You guys having a good weekend. I am. Oh, somebody else could have got it. No, hey, let me check. Oh yeah, still fine. Tell you that. It's all growing. It's hard to back in. Rotten. Cool. Part of it. Good thing I came today though, because it's getting drier out. Pack that on here. It's a few days since I ate them, so I'm ready to eat. Get hungry, eat anything. I like it. There you go. What's that part? Borba? All right, boat got a minute. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, I was waiting on you. There we go. There you go. Boom. That'll work. Let me put this in my backpack. I found her $8 in one shot, but yeah, it really looks like chicken right now. The way got a little bit of tint to it. Bug that too. Okay. Should look good. Soak it in a little salt water. I like it, it's texture. Perfect. Yep, it's gonna heat up quick. I'm already starting to sweat. Back to 90 degrees. So we've been in the shade, it's a little bit humid. Human fuckers. Wop, 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 wop. Man, sweating just sitting here. Well, that was worth the sweat anyway. A couple of meals. Better for you than the crap fucking, you know who, our favorite uncle, been putting out there. Wow. Yeah. I go a different way every time. Very good. Yeah, spider webs in there. I hope they suck them to come out heavy. Yeah. It's not wet either. I got it fully charged. Ah! See that? Look. You can see it getting all these. Got a battery pack fully charged. So I don't know how long I'm gonna go. I can just plug it in. Pick them. Tell me to go the opposite way I usually do. I usually don't argue with my self. I used to go that way. Okay. All these damn gooseberries. Oh, look. All right. That's a ripe gooseberry. This first one I've seen. He must have got hit by I got hit very bad. We had that snow in 420. There's gonna be more. It tastes like a grape when it's sweet. Right. Otherwise, gooseberry pie makes it pucker. Sour. I like no. Oh, that's good. Well, I've ate a lot of strawberries and gooseberries so far today. Let's do it now. There's a redhead woodpecker. Look. Sure, look. There's not even a redhead. Woodpecker, though. You can tell how they land. They land right on there. I'm looking for bugs right now, looks like. That hurt. Jagged wood down here. You don't see them? There. More gooseberry. See that? That's strange. I don't think the deer would have ate them all yet. Well, ain't none of them either. It's probably for you to make a pie though. Here's the old gooseberry. Right here. No gooseberries. Everything's maturing at least a month ahead. These are gooseberries everywhere. These are full. I'll go over here down here and I'll get some golf balls guaranteed. That's all it is. Trap. Look, there's a Y. Look at that. Baby food jar. What year? Look at that. Oh, that's that bees last year chased me out here. That's wild, just sitting there. Let's see, please. Put them up back. Wow. You can always take these in the barn, take the lid off. Ow, screw it to the ceiling. Then you just could screw this on there. It was hanging. You put, like screws and bolts and whatever. Simple and quick. Get shit out of the way. I always have the tools on the wall and separating. There you go. Yeah. Spiders are be out that far. Yeah, they're coming. I suck. I've been bit by them. That's fun. They just, turn it red for a little bit. Doesn't mean you don't die or nothing, but it's a damn webs. They just drive you crazy. Oh, look how little it is. Look. See? Oh. Mom says, time to go. Wow. That's another time. Sometimes they don't know any better. Let me set you down there and put this. You can go right up to them, pet them, or feed them by hand. Hey, what's up, Tori? Tony, Tony. We need one more. We have Tony, Tony, Tony. Who else in here? Dawn. Yeah, I love it. Thank you. It's nice to look down there, see all good people that have good beliefs. The only belief, maybe not, but I just feel inside and people are good or bad or being deceiving. I think Tony's my brother from another mother. I got that already figured out. Ain't no one getting my way. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm getting scratched up pretty damn good, so I picked the wrong place to go through it already. Life goes on. Get that blood going and get your adrenaline up too. I mean, I feel good. Hottt Grounding. I don't know, I went over to, I was at Penny Bunny's for a while before you started Tony. She's having some guy named John Boy or something, like the Bigfoot guy here to I gave him my links and he played both my videos. Best one to show Trekkk. One of them, my Bigfoot anthropologist, they break down one of them. One of them's got 26,000 views. That's good though. I think you both see them. Yeah. Like 3 years ago. Wow. Oh, look. You got Tony, only one this time. It's a box turtle. Terrapin. I've had him a whole lot. I run into him. On the same frequency always. Owie, owie. No pain, no gain. No fear, no homo. I guess I could say the other one is politically correct now to say queer. It's right on there, the LGBTQ. And QAnon. Which I never even heard one word or anything about that guy except people talking about the name. Look, I told you. I cut through here. Right to him. There's two. There's manifestation. Pointage. You fish. I saw I did a video. I watched a few minutes of it. He's got his tail between his legs. I love it. Suckers. Trekkk. Buffalo stance. The buffalo stance. Yeah. There's flying on. The old dead one. Get out of my. The last 3 years has really grown a lot. I could be right out there walking on the road, but what fun is that? There you go. See how it's been that long. Oh wait, it was strong yesterday. play aching. That's the gayest thing in the world ever. Yeah, that's sticking me. Oh, spoke too soon. Yeah. Damn roses. Like they reach out and grab you. Get some cardio going. Feels good. Old school. That's glad. There's a baby. I figured she'd hang out here on the edge because she's scared. That way she can get away. She ain't used to game trail yet. I'm still learning. Ain't really got no predator out here. Why there's so many. Man. There's some sweat in the cuts. So that's good. Dry. Yeah. Oh, come on. Hell of this crap. Right, boom. I'm bleeding too much. Yeah. Man. What the hell? I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, it feels better here. Yeah, I wish there was where's the river? Man. Got me. Could have gone. Tickle my panty. Yeah, breathing some. Printer cartridge. Yuck. Got me. Boom. Hang on a second. Oh no. Right here, just pull it up. Okay. I can make sure that. Okay. Hello. I'm damn sure. Lord have mercy on my wicked soul. Okay, we go. Pull that out of there. Scraper, but you can see a lot of stuff here's got washed out. That's cool though. Oh, that's a pancake. Man. Cool off for a second. Look at that. Oh, look at that. See, there's all that shit. I found a lot of stuff here. I haven't really been looking anymore. What's catching my eye, you know? There, boom. Look at that. See that? Yeah, I'll show you. Let me go there right now. Just like this, and then you there's one there. I tell people that you got to earn your dues before you start finding them. It's a long time before you start some people. They go to bones. So. I'm starting to get my voice back. Okay, here. In my hat, it'll work. Where's the camera at? Look at that. Perfect. I don't know. Howie. Got plenty of things to. I don't know. There we go. The first rock I picked up, I see. Depends on which one's hardest. See, I broke this big one. It's hard enough. Find around one. Hard to do this way. That's a good rock. See why they used it? It's tough. Yeah, find that. Again. This is the rocks are just sitting here. You know, if you're out, you need to make a weapon. Play a deer in here. See, you never know. I can feel good out of that. That's how you find out, though. I've had them almost 3/4 done, like being perfect. Click. There's another one. Part of one. Let's see if there's a black rock. Oh, I do that. Here it is. The divot. That sucks. That's nice. You go like that. That's the way a lot of people do it, but use a piece of leather and a deer horn. That's all. And you'll have to look fancy if you're trying to eat. Different. Hot rod. Bingo. See right there. Maybe a couple more pieces. I can already use it. Look how small a bullet is. See, already I can just put on a stick. This is really too thick a piece. Get the point, I think. I've done it many times on here. I'm about to die. It's so hot. Whew. You know, it's muggy when skinny guys sweating. Oh well, sweating all these cuts and scratches just makes me go. I can't see anything in my eye draw. Sweat it out. That water probably though. I didn't drink any of it, don't worry. I don't want the shit. Although there's ways to filter, like especially if you get down where it's going through real fine sand, like that. It might take a few minutes to build traps to make a filter. But if I was like gonna be out like that, I got some straws you can drink anywhere. I mean, using it. I haven't brought water with me in the woods in a long time. Here's a good place to bathe right there. Dig it out. Yeah. I just Trekkk through this parking lot. Maybe. Pretty cool right here, but let's get hot. Who's here? My deep's here. Tony. Hello, people. I'll be glad when I say it again. Sorry, I was driving. It's been a minute. I can just do a lot more things in a lot more different places now. Hey, look. Look at this. These are blackberries. This is the third different. I know it's not ready yet, but look. Wow. I'm going to have to go hit my spot. See how it came out to it? I'm telling you. I got a compass in my back pocket without even having. See all these red ones. Oh, there's a look. Number one antioxidant. There's, holy. Look. Oh my God. Asking you shall receive. My throat is dry. Oh yeah. Thank you, Lord. I give you all the glory. Yep. Yeah, here it is. Oh. Look at this. Manifest, not womanifest. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Told you I had tried, it's gonna be a bumper crap this year because all this rain. Look at that. And this right here on the edge. And see, people don't even know this stuff. These are expensive. Look at that. You don't have bug hadn't been on yet. Still got the white silk. Mm. Mm. Wow. It's unbelievable. Pick and pull. I got spots that I go to and take 2 5-gallon buckets and sit on one and fill the other one up. Look at that. They're so sweet. See, this is perfect right here. Sun comes through here and gets them in the morning and don't bake them, fry them. That's a perfect scenario. I mean, there's not even bugs on it. We got that rain yesterday. You know I'll be coming back here every day. These are what they look like the first year they come up. They got these deadly thorns. They don't let go. Then the next year they get fruit. Where I go is it's a state park, reserve, shooting range, whatever. There's million, I mean, area this big times 20 full of them. And I go out there for weeks usually. And I get in a big patch 10 to 15 feet tall and get them in space and just bend them over while I'm getting them. And then next time I come, I just go in there, sit on a bucket and pick them right up, but high. There's a lot of thorns though. It takes a long time to get them out. Unbelievable. Make my day. Make my day. Wow. There's a pot right over there. I got a can in it. This one, I told you I was going the opposite way today. I didn't know why. Now I do. Maybe you get them before bugs can get on them. You ain't got to wash them. Oh, I don't care anyway. Doesn't make me happier. It's right here. Dang. Better warm up a little before you put gas in it. That warm. Oh, that's what happened when you pull out them cardboard cards and see if we find you anything like this. I didn't look at the stars to find these either, or read a book by some weirdo. One book. The only book? A good book? Just call me Thumper. Be just me ripe later today. Because of the sun. The ones that I get over there are huge. Like the other place. We had a drought last year and year before. So there's hardly any because they died. They dried up before they can even do anything. Usually you get a rain in there sometime. Save them, but we didn't. There's a lot of poison ivy around too. Lord. They all work together because these have thorns. There's a red wasp. Get out of here. These have a lot of thorns. So prey don't get in there and shit. Plants, use each other. God, it's all blackberries. Look. Man. It is a little bit smaller back here. Yeah, this is dinky compared to normal. Next few days, they'll be all black. All of them, these red ones. Wow. Can't say I've ever seen that before. But that could be runoff down here from a, tropical plant. Like it's living though. Wow. See, back there in the shade, they're still green. So you try to find the best ones are always like morning sun and then shade. They get used because they're all dried out. Use that. Good morning. I got the fever. The flavor for the fever. Kind of like crab legs. Some people sit there and pick the meat out and dip it. I sit there and pick it all out, putting it in a bowl of butter while I'm waiting. I like that flavor. Been a long time since I had crab legs. Some things just aren't worth the money. I'd rather catch 100 bluegill than one giant bass. I didn't look to see my. Nope. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know these are starting to ripe. I gotta start bringing several different kind of containers. Up more shit. Yeah, I need money. I can just go. I don't know where to pick everything every day and go sell it. I'd rather eat them. That's the only thing I need money for is food and gas now. That's just crap. And they're right. You barely even just get your hand on, boom, right in your hand. You gotta be careful. You'll knock the biggest ones off while you're picking them. Even these aren't even sour at all. A lot of rain. Wow. Well, I feel better. I think we're. Now look. What a fruit salad I can make today, huh? See, these are different sizes depending on where they're at, what's in the soil, how much sun they get. But I've been eating these since I could walk. I was fishing. I could stand up pretty much. See, they just got more seeds. Look at that. They're just better off if you had to pick about 1,000 of them. You take home and pretty much just rinse them off. Like this, I'd like some cream. Even sometimes I'm not supposed to drink it, but I put milk and sugar. These aren't a tenth of a squeeze. Like a strawberries, maybe. Wow. They're almost bitter. Really? Didn't work on the school. Better. Over here, we found the good guy. His name is Michael. There's an area above him where he was at. Tons of these oyster mushrooms come up over here. They're so tender. How it looks. They might be it now. So good. Like breathing hard. Where's my battery at? That's been good. Oh, good. Wick? Wicky. Still here? Hey, dude. I'll drop the link and you can come up and play if you want to. I'd love to be walking in the woods listening to you. That might tickle my fancy. If you're still here, I hope. I'll drop the link anyway, in case somebody wants to come up. I feel like it's just hard. Do it while I'm walking. Pretty simple. You guys are used to me by now, you know. Pretty much a platform for you to dive into something new. He's laughing. Here, let me put my underwear on my head. Do some hula hooping. I'm sorry, it's too easy. Hello, my beautiful angel, beautiful soul. Not saying anything over there. Da-da-da. Weird. Your black PVC paint. The PVC pipe. There's a robin egg. That one there hatched. Wait, well, no. Yeah, it probably just came out of the nest. Oh, it's sweaty. Death Tower. Hey. I think it's Bogan. I can't see it, but it is. Is that you, bro?
Hey, you got me?
Hey.
You hear me?
I can't see me, but I got my phone upside down. That's wrong. Hey, what's up?
Oh, not too much. Just got all my chores done.
Right on. That's a hot. Have you got hot weather up there too?
Well, it's about 84, 85 today, but it's 100% humidity. We got.
Oh, I know.
Man, we got rain yesterday. I haven't seen it rain like that around here, but a couple of times. Man, it rained.
We got it last night. The big storm last night too.
Yeah. Well, we got it real good. I'll tell you what. We got a feed bucket sitting out here, and I know a rain gauge is kind of tapered the other way, but that thing had 5 inches of water in it after them 2 storms. So we got a bunch of rain.
Like nowadays, we get a lot of rain real quick. Like, it's unbelievable.
Oh, hey, Tony, the Sky Collector, you're the wrong Tony. I just said Tony. I was talking to Tony. It's time to wake up.
That's what I said. We need one more. We'll have Tony.
Yeah, but he was going to watch it. It's a movie. It's called The 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas. Man, it's a damn good movie. You might want to go check it out, man. If you ain't heard of it, Tony. I guess the other Tony done took off.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I forgot to ask him that earlier in the chat. I was wondering or last night. Hell, when we got on with him last night, I forgot to ask him too.
This is where the bed was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But still, something like that don't really be.
That shit happens to a lot of them old boys, man.
Yeah, he was only 30, I think 32, and he had been a staff sergeant in the Army over in Desert Storm and all that stuff. His dog tags on, camelback, his jump boots, everything. Isn't that weird?
He's trying to live out there in the damn woods, man.
And I don't really know because he was completely skelped in his clothes. And so, they said it was suicide, but they didn't know because they didn't even. They were only here 5 minutes and left. It was like 0 degrees when I found him. I mean, it was like cold.
Yeah.
But he was was a blanket. There was a blanket left here that had a dog on it, a hunting dog. Gone. Because I figured I came up through here. Me and the other guy, we were way down the river and I came back first. Well, I find, you know, the stuff I find. And I saw a backpack, and I like started heading toward it. And I'm like, what the hell? And I look, you know, and there's right.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Right here. It's right here in the fetal position with his clothes on and everything. And he still had the camelback was half full of water. And then
that sounds like he froze to death.
Exactly what I thought.
And when you're in a fetal position, you haven't, I don't think you committed suicide, man, unless you took something and went to sleep.
That's just natural reaction when you're dying. You do that, you know what I mean?
Freezing, yeah, especially freezing to death, yeah.
And then, seriously, though, before I found that part, I went down this creek.
Hey, hold on a second. I got to take this phone call, brother.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Look at how big these are. Yeah, these are big. Look at that. See the difference in where they're at? Look at them. Look at that. See how clean they are? And look how much bigger. Look at that. You see? I can't help it. Oh, I'm gonna come through here tomorrow and just make you feast. Look at that. Anyway, right in here. It's all grown up to it. Yeah, it's right in here. Maybe it's over here. Down in here, right, this area is where the skull was. Yeah. And then I walked this way and found the body. And then if you look back at my videos, I have it on there. Believe it or not. And then he was up there, came back a month later. I was in here looking for mushrooms, and boom, there was his neck bone and his jawbone. And I found his hat too. They didn't, I mean, come on, you're doing an investigation on something? How are you not going to find the jawbone wasn't with the skull? And it was his whole neck and his jawbone. I buried it too. Not at first, but I did. You know what? I don't care today. I really don't. So I must do what I must do. Right back. That one there's a back. I need a jacket. It's hot. Oh, this water's cold.
All right. They took my little.
I couldn't help it, dude. I had to get in the creek.
Yeah. They took my little granddaughter to the zoo today, man. They just FaceTime me. She's up there in that aquarium where they're.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
You can go. They got a tunnel through the.
Yeah, my daughter lives in Blue Springs, which is just right outside of Kansas City. They're like 20 minutes from Arrowhead Stadium. And I went up there. We went to the Kansas City Zoo. That shit was killer.
Yeah,
we went to a big museum too, where they had I got a picture standing in front of the Anunnaki holding the pine cone, the pineal, you know. And it had all Native American and Egyptian, and it was, I believe how the similarities are. You know what I mean? But you know, I found the curator or whatever you call him, and I started talking to him about flat Earth and stuff, and he was just shaking his head at me.
Yeah.
Because he's he paid to get indoctrinated. Big money.
Yeah. Okay, Tony. I thought you said you was going to watch it or try to watch it. I didn't know if you got around to it or not. And I forgot to ask you in your stream last night.
Yeah, you know, I thought everything was good the other night, and apologized to Bamboo and Code Stream and all that, you know, and then I heard him say something like, I'm sorry about the video, and I didn't understand that. I didn't realize that.
I didn't either. And
I saw it on there, and then I was like, oh, well.
I ain't got to watch it yet because you sent it to me. I was driving in town.
Yeah.
And the first one I watched, but I was there, you know, I saw it because I was there at night. But that second one, I ain't got to watch that yet.
And you know, I never thought about it. You know how many videos I have that are blocked because of music? Yeah. All I got to do is go in there and take out whatever I want and record it. So it's on, dude. I have the clips.
Yeah, that's what I texted you back. You got the clips, brother. Yep.
Hey, yeah, you know what? And that's the best way is let people run their mouth and then pull out the truth out of their own mouth. Like Tony. People get mad at
what the fuck are these guys thinking, man? Doing this shit, being recorded, and then going right back and being two-faced about it. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what they're thinking.
And you know, and it makes me, because you know when they talk to people, because people that you've always talked to won't talk to you. Like Casey, he has my phone number, and I mean we used to talk all the time. And then she hadn't done a live in a while, and then she did that one with Tony and all that. And she said, if I didn't send you a message that I was going live, there's a freaking reason. Well, I'm the only person that she had to be talking to. And see, she got over it though. And then that karaoke thing, she started talking about the Bible coming to life and stuff, and Bamboo got off the panel. You know what I mean? What's wrong with me?
They don't realize we pick up on that shit, man. That was just like when Code started squirming when Tony started, as soon as he said anything about God or.
Hey, and I actually think it's the first time I've seen Code actually let something bother him. He says it's not, but it is. I can see it.
Yeah, he's searching for words and stuff.
Because he lied. He lied like crazy. And, that's the first time I actually know that he's lying.
Yeah, I haven't.
He doesn't wear it. He's not used to it. You can tell because he's not very comfortable. I pay attention to detail. I always have.
Yeah, that's the same here, brother. That's how I've got it. That's how I've made it.
Man, well, you have to, because if you don't, you get shot. Hey, look at this.
You ain't shitting, brother. That's one thing. Damn.
Them are ink spots. See what it is? And when they first come up, you get like this. They're unbelievable. But after a day or two, look, they turn to ink. Look.
Yeah. Yep. That's actually the spores.
They're not poisonous unless you
get wet.
wine with them.
Now say that again. You broke up.
I don't ever get a cry. Can you hear me?
No, I can now.
Look at, hey, this here's good. That's gotten deep. And all that flooding washed out a hole right there. I guarantee I can catch fish in that some bitch.
Oh man, when we was kids, we grew up, and then a creek like that was behind my mom and dad's house, and we had paths wore down that thing. Man, we played back at and built back there.
That's where I stayed every day. We catch everything we catch. We'd eat. I don't care if it's shiner minnows, chubs, crawdads, and this one friend of mine, he was a year older than me, and he lived a few blocks over, and his mom would fix us some egg sandwiches. And man, when you're out there and hungry, and that shit tastes really good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, did you ever eat a baked bean sandwich? Just cold baked beans put on bread?
I made everything on
buddy's
bread.
mom. We was all poor growing up, man.
Tomatoes and Miracle Whip, or tomatoes and mayonnaise, or
yeah. Hey, a tomato and Miracle Whip sandwich is good to get a fresh tomato out of the garden.
Oh yeah,
and just put a little skim of Miracle Whip. Yeah. Oh man,
when I used to eat out, I would take fresh tomatoes and put on a Subway sandwich, and that would make it taste unbelievable.
We got green tomatoes that big around already, brother. Out here on this one.
I love fried green tomatoes too.
Yeah, I bought some kind of a giant tomato plant. I can't remember what they're called. It was down here at the gas station, and I don't know what the hell had to happen for it. I went over and bought that great big tomato plant, and brought it home, and the old lady put it in the garden out there.
One year I bought, I don't know why, but I bought all mine at Walmart, and somebody had been fucking with them. Every fucking tomato I planted turned out yellow. Every motherfucking one.
Oh.
I was pissed. I mean, I like them, but I was working.
I do too, but I don't like looking at them. I like to see a tomato ought to be red. I'm just kind of old-fashioned like that, I guess.
I know, and whenever I get cutworms, I do them, I eat them because they've been eating all that good fresh tomato stuff. So they're full of all the nutrients. You just eat that some bitch. Say, fuck you, I'm eating you. Hey, and I ain't about taste. Bugs are just gritty. Most people just can't take the texture. It's all in their mind.
You learn that, brother, did you take that survival training when you was in the Marine Corps?
Yeah, I was already like that anyway, weren't you? Already?
The amount, yeah. But I learned some more in that survival training, about staying warm, about building them fires in the ground and then putting it out and throwing the rocks on it and the moss and laying down and you can sleep on
you don't forget that shit.
Make it all night. Yeah.
Hey, I was in a cave once with like 6 guys, and what I did on purpose. You get there and you got to go down about 20 feet in a hole that you just barely can go down through,
Yeah.
And then when you come out, but you can walk out the other end, so you could have walked it in too, but I always made them suffer. I come out ahead of them once, and I got in this little ravine like 3 feet from the exit and covered with leaves, and they looked for me for an hour, and I was riding around the whole time. They almost stepped on me even.
Yeah. I know we'll be fishing or something like that, and I'll just take one of them night crawlers and eat it around the people that's sitting there, and they
freak out, don't
sick.
they?
Oh hell, I've seen there's people to throw up, man. They can't handle
when I
it.
was up there in Blue Springs, they had a bait shop, and we'd always stop and get worms. And I'd take my grandson fishing. They got a little lake there, and the guy everybody's there, and they said if you eat a night crawler, you get all your worms free. I chewed that some bitch and stowed it to him with my tongue, and he was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, they don't realize they're talking to an old jarhead, man. And after they go through boot camp, they eat bugs and shit. Ain't no fucking problem, man.
I ate grub worms one time. My son ate like 10. I had to make him quit. He's the same way.
Hey, that's.
Now I got a picture of him with a cottonmouth water moccasin. He caught it and he had it right up to his face, kissing it almost.
Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you what. That right there's the meanest snake there is them damn.
Cottonmouth. As long as you leave them alone, but you get in their area, you're on. You got to kill them.
Well, what I hate about them fucking things is you usually got a fishing pole and they're mean and they're trying to get in the boat with you, and you got foam whipped up on the water trying to hit them. You got that little skinny ass fishing pole.
Yeah, they'll drop out of a tree right on you too.
Yeah, that's another thing there. And I'll tell you, and those tree snakes, you'll bang into them with the boat, be running the trolling motor down there up in the creek and bang one of them. Yeah. And them snakes fall out of there, and you don't know whether it's a water moccasin or a tree snake at the beginning.
And it's that sound of it hitting in the boat too, like boom, that metal boat.
Yeah, you're figuring out whether to get out of that damn boat or not. Because man, once snakes get on the ground,
I'll repost it. I got a video I did. I guess it's probably been 2 years now, but I took that guy that used to go fishing with me. He weighed like 300 some pounds, and I caught like 70 bluegill in like 30 minutes. Filled up my whole stringer, so I went looking for arrowheads and shit. I come back and there's a cottonmouth. It was on the old metal stringer. Look at that. You know the ones that you put 4 or 5 on each hook? That kind?
Yeah.
Well, I come back and there's a fucking cottonmouth swallowed the whole fucking bluegill on my stringer. I had to cut his head off to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
It couldn't get off, That's funny.
Them cottonmouths are mean as some bitches.
Well,
and them bluegill.
There's a big pond in town. We used to fish in this pond. It's on a golf course. And now for some reason the city made it where you can't fish at any pond or anything inside city limits. There's no fishing now. And they get that moss on it, after a couple months in the spring. And all you could fish with was like very few things, it wouldn't get hung up. And I'd put like 4 or 5 pebble hooks and a big sinker on there. I'd throw it out there and we'd try to catch them big old cottonmouth laying up on their sun. And man, you hook them, it's on.
Yeah, them things are mean, dude. Pound per pound, they're mean like a raccoon. I've always said a raccoon pound per pound's the baddest thing on the face of the earth.
Yeah, because they carry rabies too.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about a good healthy boar coon. He can whip 100-pound coon dog, man. A 15-pound
it's not like a badger, except more agile.
Yeah, them some bitches can fight, and they got the fight in them too. They got fight in their heart.
I actually knew a couple people that had raised them from they're cutting hay, and they killed the mom.
Yeah,
and they all had it. They go in and out the cat door, shit like that. But eventually they got older. And look at this. This is a tool. Look how big it is. Look at
that. Yep. What's left of it?
There's giant tools everywhere.
That's exactly what it looks like around here, brother. It's just hill. We just got mountains. Well, these Appalachian mountains. They ain't mountains compared down in Colorado.
I don't call them mountains either. I call them hills. That's what I call them.
Yeah, I've always told
you go to climb up it, it ain't no fucking hill though.
No, we live in a holler up on a mountain. Is the way it is, because you got to drive down all the way to get back home from here. We're up.
Oh yeah, whenever
in Appalachia.
Whenever I make sure my truck's roadworthy and safe, and everybody's giving me shit because I ain't driving it yet, but I want to get the oil changed and get the radiator flushed. I ain't stupid, you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't drive that with that oil. Especially don't run it too much with that oil. It's been sitting in it for a long time because acid.
All I did, I got it started. I got a jump and I drove around the fairgrounds and drove back, and that's it. Yeah. And I went out there and it still starts because the battery was brand new. It just ran down.
Yeah, you got to do that to get it circulated, but don't drive it with that because that acid it slowly erodes the bearings and stuff in the motor. It actually displaces metal. That's the reason why you have to change oil every 6 months. People don't know why.
Usually if it's bad, I'd always like to run some Mothers or Rizzlin or something through there, and then change it again. Just let it sit there and idle and run that shit through, clean it out.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I've always been patient. I've always been a patient. I never got in a hurry to do anything.
Instead of going and buying that shit, Mark, get you a quart of automatic transmission fluid and dump in that motor.
Yeah, I've done that too. It'll smoke pretty good for a minute.
Well, I know I'm talking about dumping in the oil, not down the carburetor to clean the combustion.
Yeah, I know, but I've done that too.
Yeah, man, if you got an engine, the old engines, they used to knock a EGR, exhaust gas recirculation valve, would get gummed up on it, and you could take that and dribble that down the carburetor and it'd burn that, and it's got so much detergents in it that it cleans that shit out of there. You can just dribble it in the carburetor real easy while you're ready.
It like crazy for a few minutes to burn it off.
And we called that throttle tuning. We actually called it.
I've done all the tricks. I went to school with this guy, and he lived out in the country, and he was not that bright. He was real intelligent, but not that bright. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's book smart. His parents told him to go out and warm up their new truck. He put a brick on the accelerator.
Dude, I bet that warmed her up, didn't it?
Yeah, I actually did that before. I bought a 76 Grand Prix LJ. It had swivel bucket seats and all that shit, Had a 400.
Good looking cars.
Yeah, and these people, they only had it like a year or two, and they ran it down the ditch and mashed the front end in a little bit. But I got it for like $400. They only had like 30,000 miles on it. And I drove it for a while, and then one night, me and my buddy, we were all stoned. I was throttling the music, and I was fucking with the speakers in the back, and he went inside to put in the store. Look at deer right there, looking at me. See it?
The picture that I've got is so small I can't see anything.
Okay, right directly in the middle, there's a deer, right in that grass.
Here, let me give this full screen. That's what's the matter. Brother, the resolution's not good enough for me to see it.
I didn't know Tony was back there. Okay, here, watch. Let me just put it on full screen. Watch, I'm gonna walk right toward it. You'll see it's right in front of that cedar tree, looking right at me. I think it's got off. See, look, boom. It was right there. You can see it.
I just saw it go through the sun, a beam of sunlight there, and that's all I could see was that sunlight.
And it was looking right at me. I had Tony up there. I guess he dropped. I think it was Tony the Sky Quick. I don't even know what I was saying there. Deer got me. Here, look, here's it. Used to I just take pictures of them for a while. I find good ones. I just leave them there and just take pictures of them. Got so many. I'm about ready I'm starting to go through my stuff.
Yeah, when
I leave, I don't want to. I want to have it where I don't have to come back. Look here, deer. Look, boink, boink. Yeah, shit.
Yeah. So you still think about doing that auditing stuff after you take your trip? Or while you're taking your trip, you can do that anywhere you want.
Yeah, but I don't know. Each state has different fucking bullshit laws.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Some places they'll leave, and some places they'll crack your head, and you'll have to get dismissed later, but you still get fucked up and go to jail.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I stay out of the damn cities.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But like that lady, were you watching that lady? I was at Dollar Tree.
Now the other day I had my headphones on and was listening to you, and somebody jumped your shit about something, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I was inside the Dollar Tree,
and I couldn't see the text or nothing.
There's another one. Well, I was just holding the phone like I am right now because I was getting ready to pay for my stuff, and the girl. Look at that right there. That's symmetry.
Yeah.
The girl in front of me kept giving me a dirty look. So I got outside and I carried my backpack out because you have to take it off. And some black lady, and I'm just saying that's what she is. I ain't prejudiced, you know that. But and she was kind of thick looking and ugly as sin. And she said, "Are you filming my booty?" I said, "What are you talking? Look at that." So what are you talking about? Look at that. See where it snapped?
Yeah.
And she goes, "You're filming people's booties." I said, "First of all, if I was going to film a booty, it wouldn't be yours." And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I said, she said, "I'm calling the cops." I said, "Call the motherfuckers. You're in public." And I said, "I'm on YouTube. I've been recording for like an hour and a half." She goes, "Rewind it." I said, "I ain't got to do nothing." And she was talking to the cops on the phone. And so I just took off walking. I thought for sure they went by. And I was thinking they were going to turn around, but they didn't. I was ready, though.
Fuckers showed up over that?
No, they didn't. They went by me. And I saw them hit their brakes. And I thought, well, here they come. But I think they went and talked to her. And she probably told them what I said. And they're like, "I ain't fucking with this." You know what I mean? They don't want to fuck with that kind of shit anyway. They don't want no kind of.
Yeah.
And if they call the cops, when they call them, I've had them call me many times. I'll be standing there right at the screen door, a glass one, with it locked, sitting there looking at them. They go, "Open the door." I'm like, "Nope." They get mad. You know why? Because if they come to your house and they don't come in, they can't come in. Because when they can, they don't knock.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's all it's good. They come in when they can.
I know, it's amazing how people bitch about when they see you having fun or doing anything like the coon
metal detecting.
Guy's metal detecting. We used to fly them, or well still do every now and then, in model airplanes. And I'd have a kid, we'd stop and be out there playing with them airplanes. And somebody'd come walking over and they're like, "Hey, I called the cops trying to get them to come over here and get you to quit doing this, but they told me it wasn't against the law, and if I wanted something done, I'd have to come over here myself. So I come over here to ask you if you'd quit doing." I'll be saying, I'm like, "Did they tell you this wasn't against the law?" They're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "And get the fuck out of here, because you already know you're dealing with a dumbass. Anybody do that?
Who died and left you, God?"
And we're flying a little toy airplane made out of balsa wood and mylar, man. It's got a little nitro motor on it and stuff. You know, I never seen people bitch about shit in my life. Come up, be out hunting, and we've been out hunting before and had somebody come off a road that didn't like you hunting and walk out in the field, be trespassing, and the farmer be there that we was with, and somebody drive up there and be telling them people stuff. They're, I mean, out of their freaking mind.
Hey, you know what
and
that
the farmer's
is?
standing there. No,
watercress.
Oh, what that? I thought you meant what I was talking about. What it was.
You can eat that watercress.
Yeah, that stuff's good, man. That's good.
But you always have a little bladder for, you get a bacon. There's a mosquito fish, Tim. Look at guppy. Look.
Yeah.
They get pretty big too. There's smaller ones. I used to have
that's them ones that when they're real little, they hang on the surface of the water, don't they? Them little guppies.
Well, they're a mosquito fish. They put them in all the lakes and ponds here to eat mosquito larvae.
Okay.
And they're in stagnant water. See them everywhere? I didn't know they were down here like this. I usually keep them in the fish tank always. They'll live like with no oxygen or anything.
That sounds cool, man. Hey, Rowan, good to see you, brother. Hey, Rowan.
And look, I'm getting signal too. I'm in the middle of a fucking concrete cave. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they did that the other day when you was in there, and then you went in that one.
That was a metal one. That one was a round metal tube.
Yeah, you went in that one that was smaller than that, and it worked all the way through.
Hey, look, these mallards, they've been down here every time we come here. This water is fucking like almost trout cold. You know what I mean? Almost.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it feels so good.
Man, I want to go out here and show you what happened to my fucking driveway yesterday.
What, from the rain?
Yeah.
Hey, I was walking down there where I used to go. I was in a creek. It was shallower than this, and I had a brand new iPhone 5, and I fell and flew that motherfucker and broke the screen.
Oh.
It still works. I still got it.
I just got this new iPhone 11.
Oh,
I like it better. Yeah, I like it.
It's got a good camera, don't it?
Yeah, and I like it better than that 7 Plus because it's smaller and it's thinner. It's lighter. I'm having a little bit of trouble using it yet because it don't have the button on it.
See, this is about touching my knees. No.
I got it.
Oh, it feels good.
Oh, here's our chickens that get butchered tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
That's them Cornish crosses. These are the ones that you eat.
That's cool. We used to raise rabbits and eat them too, My mom always told my sisters it was chicken.
Yeah, believe it or not, them. Hey, how old's them chickens, baby? How old's them?
Like Monday.
Monday, those will be 8 weeks old, and they're that big.
Wow.
Yeah, all my grass is like fucking 8, 10
Cut and
inches
bale
tall.
it?
Yeah, because it's been raining so much, I can't get it mowed. And I'll take that sweeper there and I go out and mow a swath and then come up there and feed it to the cattle because it's got.
It sounds like we almost have the same weather always too. You notice that?
We do. Yeah, we're on the same latitude, and our weather comes from the west here. So when when it's raining there, I know in 18 to 24 hours exactly what it's going to be doing here. But look how bad my driveway is, man. I mean, there's 3 tons of gravel down there.
Oh man,
shoved down.
I had a friend that worked at a gravel place, and they said, I can't remember why, I traded him weed or something. They said, I'll give you like so many tons, you know. And he pulled in the top of my driveway and dumped it all in one fucking pile. I was so fucking mad.
Oh, dude, that with a dump truck when he could have tailgated it.
Yeah,
I
wasn't there. I come home, there's a giant fucking 5 foot tall. I had to rake all that shit out. Oh my god.
Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do with that?
His name was Richard Black. I called him Dick Black.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you how anal he was. And I worked with him, I got him jobs at like 5 different places. And we were playing catch with a frisbee football out in the street. And he had a Ford truck and his windshield was cracked, you know. Well, I could throw a long ways and I launched one and he missed it. The Nerf football hit his windshield and cracked it all the way across the rest of the way, and he said I had to pay for it. You know what I mean? What was that? It was already cracked, you know. He got me one time though. He put a thing on the back of my car when we got off work on Friday. It said "honk if you're queer." And so all the way home, people honking at me. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And so the next day, he came over and started giving me shit. While he's doing that, I had my kids go out and put it on his, and it was on there till Monday when he came to work.
We used to do shit like that to each other all the time, man.
Well, when somebody was quitting or they're going on vacation, they'd go out there and they'd take masking tape and tape up their whole car so they couldn't open the doors, the wipers, the windshield, everything.
Oh, shit.
And then if you're quitting, they'd take 2 people or 1, and they would duct tape your whole body. It'd be like 20 people holding you. And luckily, and then sometimes they'd give them a razor blade in their hand, and they'd try to cut their way out. And one time a guy cut his wrist, and they had to untape him, real quick. They're bumming. But when I knew it was going to happen to me, but I worked in upholstery, and we stuffed pillows with those foam pillows. So you use spray silicone straight down the foam, and it goes in the pillow easier, Yeah. Because you got to sew it. Well, when my day came, I sprayed my whole body with that spray silicone and then stuck my arms out. And after they taped me up, I just put my arms together and it fell to the ground.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I always thought ahead. There's Buckeye Street. They don't get very big. At least.
No, about all of them died around here. We had that blight that went through with them.
Oh, they're thriving here. They're everywhere. Because I don't know why, but squirrels just aren't eating shit like they used to. They used to eat crab apples. They eat all that shit. And like that one by Walmart, it had 2 years of crab apples on it. The ones that from last year were still on it. You know what I mean? That's weird.
Yeah, we got gray, red, and fox squirrels here.
Oh yeah, we got the red.
I saw them in here.
We got red ones, gray ones.
I just went to Chicken Hawk.
Oh, look out.
Yeah, the old lady's been watching for him. We try to keep him scared off, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to call the game warden and tell him we're having trouble.
Well, you got one for the owl. I always use those plastic owls that work pretty good.
I got one sitting down there on the house.
I watched a video one time on YouTube. This little girl's birthday or something. And they're out back and she opened up this thing. It was a bird cage or a hamster or something. And they're filming it. She let it get on top of the cage. And here came a fucking hawk and just swooped that motherfucker off there and flew off.
Yeah, you gotta watch that. Especially around here. These chickens and stuff. It don't take long till you got a chicken hawk hanging around. We've already lost 4 to him. He got 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why I said I've already. You can shoot them when they're doing stuff like that. You can shoot them now.
Oh yeah.
Enough of them, but I always call the game warden first because. But when I was young, there wasn't. Everybody had killed them so bad that there weren't enough of them around. They were endangered. You couldn't even hardly see one. And now we got.
Look at that. Hey. Another axe. Look at that. How it's bruised out. Look at that. How big it is.
Take it. I didn't get to see it. Your camera's up too high. There's a banner up.
Oh, okay. I'll get. Look.
Yeah.
How big that. I didn't even know that was on there. You can accidentally do that all the time.
Yeah. I'm feeding little man his apples. When he don't throw me, when I come out here and feed him in the morning, he don't throw me up in the air. I come out here and get him a treat. I'm trying to get him to behave a little bit better. Yeah, he still treats me like he did when he was 100 pounds, and he's 750 pounds now. Or 700. I don't know. I ain't weighed him. I'm guessing he's about 700 pounds. He can throw me up in the air pretty bad.
Hey, a bird feeder, look. I knew I found that bottom and went to something. Look at that. See that?
Yeah. It's amazing what's laying around.
Well, usually I'd take it, but I don't really give a shit.
If anybody's saying anything in the chat, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm out here in the sun. I can't read I can just barely see.
It's still bright. You can't. I mean, unless you got sunglasses on. If I wear sunglasses, I sweat like crazy. Look at that rock.
Boy, them cows' tongues are so rough, man.
Like sandpaper.
Oh, dude, it's like it's got prickly pear spines.
Yeah,
on it.
I remember in one of those movies. I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. That one where they took his family and he went down there to like Brazil and killed the fuck out of 100 people and kicked the window out of a Riviera and played. Ain't got no satisfaction.
Oh yeah, where they blew his wife got killed in that explosion. Yeah. Them guys.
They had some guy kidnapped and they stuck it. They put a cap on his thing. He started telling the truth. A cap stuck in his thing. Man, I like
that movie. I can't watch it anymore because I can't stand that. The
Raw Deal. That's it.
Oh yeah, Raw Deal. That the Run with Dwayne Johnson in it, and that smart ass kid off of.
Yeah, The Rundown, Stifler. That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, it was.
Hello, Kansas City.
Yeah, I like the crazy fucker who flew the airplane, the Australian.
Yeah, he's an artifact.
Yeah, that was and I love that movie, man. And now that Rock he's a fucking pedophile.
I know, the same way. I can't watch it now.
Motherfucker, and I can't watch it now, man, because I sat there and my chest starts hurting and shit.
Hey, I'm the same way. It pisses me off. I can't watch that crap anymore.
Yep, my fucking chest starts hurting, man. My throat feels like it's closing shut on me and shit. I can't take it, man.
So you know what? That's actually a good thing in the long run, though. It is.
It is, man. I can't. It's.
I think it's your subconscious. Your subconscious is saying, "Hey, dumb shit." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fucking.
That rock. Look at that. It looks like a horn.
Now I'm back out in the sun again. I can't fucking see.
Man, this water's clear right here. It's kind of gravelly. It's clean.
Yeah, there's another one of those deer heads that my boys got. That's an 8-pointer there.
Look at this. I don't know what that is. That's heavy. Oh man, what is that? Look at that. Hey.
Let me get back over in the tree.
It's a it goes to a stove. Look. Kern.
Oh yeah, it's
it says New York.
It's the draft control.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's the face of it. Look.
And it's funny that was made before the nuclear. That was made before the nuclear symbol was probably. Ain't that weird, brother?
Yeah, and look at JB 201.
Toby, you're stepping on the tomato plant, dumbass.
I'm gonna look that up. How old do you think that is?
That thing that goes to that stove?
Yeah, it's heavy.
Where?
New York. It's got to be probably from the early 1900s. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'd say it is. And that's why I'm saying, man, I've seen them. That's got that draft looks like that. It looks exactly like the nuclear symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks just like the nuclear symbol, but it was before they adopted that symbol.
Oh yeah,
that's weird. There's that tomato plant I was telling you about. I got down at the gas station. There's the tomatoes on it already. I got to get Stacy.
Oh yeah.
Is that the
It's
name?
supposed to have tomatoes by the 4th of July is what we always went for.
Yeah, here it is. It's called the Bush Goliath.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I knew. I said giant, but it's Bush Goliath is what it's called, and it's already. See, it's leaned over there now. I got to get it staked up. Now it's already. That's some bitch already broke over.
Is it old where you can keep the seeds off of it, or is it a hybrid?
I'd say it's a hybrid. It's big. Look how big it is compared to the other. See how it's growing compared to the other ones, and it's in the same dirt.
Oh yeah. You know, if Bear bought out Monsanto, but if say you're growing corn and they come in and do a check on it and it has any of their DNA or it or whatever, they can take all your crop.
Yeah, you sign that now. Hey,
Yeah.
you ever see anybody grow onions like this? The old lady just lays them on top of the ground, the sets.
Well, I've seen them fall over that way, and from the rain. But
look at them.
I always just planted them,
She just sets them right on top of the ground, man. She sold that this year on a gardening thing that she's been watching.
Somebody.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's been a rabbit in there, and then there's her pepper plants. She's got like 12 tomato plants, and there's some more onions. And these are beans or peas, and here's her beans.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I love watching that stuff. It makes me jones out because I had a garden my whole life till my shit went away.
And
the last time I grew that last place I had to live with that dude and drive him everywhere. I had tomatoes on a privacy fence. I had to put fishing poles on top of it to stake them up. They were like 12 feet tall, and the peppers. I mean, I got pictures of them from the Facebook.
And then that thing right there, I hate that fucking thing.
Oh yeah, I had one.
Fucking
Kind of like that.
I hate rototillers because they just it just wears. I mean, that thing wears your ass out.
Is that a Mandis?
No, it's a. It's a.
I had one of those little bitty, those Mandis ones, and just show on TV.
Toy built horse. It's that big. It's
toy built. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a really good deal on it. I helped a guy move, and he gave it to me. And hell, it only been used a couple of times because all the paint wasn't wore off the tines on it.
Oh yeah.
But
I just had a couple of old men that were friends of the family, and I didn't even have to say nothing. Every year they knew they'd come over right when they're supposed to, and they'd till my garden. Yeah. I mean, even if I wasn't there, they just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I did.
They did a bunch of people that way. Back then, people did that shit for people.
Yeah, when I lived in town, well, it's still like that around here. The older people, if somebody lives next door to them, got a garden, they just till theirs at the same time.
Hey, look at this. Look how this is done in there.
Absolutely.
Hold that fence.
Already.
I'm wet too, but I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm a long ways from home now. My daughter's talking to me today. She's at the lake, and she tried to call me Friday. I think I was screaming. I couldn't be at the lake all day, but I'm going next weekend. Just skiing and shit.
Yeah. I think we might go up to there where the kids live tonight. Go to the racetrack up there. There's a place called 35 Raceway, and
that's cool.
My son's friends own that, and he works there on Saturday night and helps them with. Well, I'll tell you what it is handling a bunch of drunk, mean sons of bitches over there racing cars, man. All they want, they're fighting. You ought to see it, buddy. It's something else down there in that pits after it's over. All them rednecks down there, they got these old compact cars, with all they do is just beat the windows out of an old Ford Focus or something and go out there. And I'm telling you, you think these motherfuckers was running the Bush 500 or something, dude. I mean, they'll beat the hell out of each other over at daggone $10 trophy.
Oh, we got dirt back there. My cousins live down there in Mark Twain Forest where I used to live, and they got the Soggy Bottom dirt patch. It's all four-wheeling motorcycle dirt bike.
Yeah, I raced a cross-country race on my four-wheel.
Look how big that tree was that fell.
Yeah, that's a nice one there, man. That elm tree.
Yeah. Look at that. It's dead from the inside when it falls.
That's how I knew what that son of a bitch was, man. That's the way them things rot like that, and they'll rot. I've seen them things burning on the inside, and they still got leaves on them. You ever seen
this
that
here?
shit?
I call this black forest. I found 2 years ago. I found gosh, you never remember because they're not here. Those stupid mushrooms that they have dogs and pigs dig up. Truffles. I found 6 truffles in here. It was crazy. They're in England and shit. But I figured maybe it's from an old homestead or something, you know. Hey, look at that walking stick. Look at that twist.
Yeah, that's from a vine growing up. All right, Tony, when I'm over, because my boy, he's got one of them side-by-sides, and he runs around over, and he usually comes and gets me and lets me ride with him. And if there is a bunch of that shit going on, I'll videotape it, because it's funny. And I mean, it's just, they ain't none of them, well, they do get in a fight every now and then, beat the hell out of each other and shit, but that's just the way us old rednecks are, man. It ain't like that, it is like that Jerry Springer shit, but it's, I don't know. You see a bunch of people standing around laughing. Yeah, they do, man. Well, hell, a lot of the time, ones that's beating the hell out of each other come in the same trucks. Ain't none of some bitches got no money, so they've got cars stacked up on a trailer, and they're all riding in the same truck and shit, and drinking beer out of the same cooler, and they're just a bunch of guys. That's just the way they have fun around here. But it's a hell of a sight. We like going and doing it.
Yeah, this is gonna be, look at that. This is gonna be a good one. Right where you need to. This area is just different than anywhere around here.
And I kind of get a kick out going over and watching my boy act like he's old man. So, you know, there'll be 10 of them around him threatening to whip his ass and shit and everything. And he's standing there telling them, come on, well, let's go. Come on. He said, I'm going to wear 2 or 3 of you motherfuckers out. He said, you're going to get me. I'll wear 2 or 3 of you out. And that's, I don't know. Hell, that might be bad of me or something, but there ain't no, we was talking about that the other day. I ain't sitting here bragging or nothing, but my boys are men. They's raised to be men. They still are.
So is mine.
Yeah, and
Mine's
my boys
go
out. They go out and do what you're doing right now. Hell, they love going out and walking and trekking. And then that youngest boy of mine still hunts. He bow hunts. He's spotting stalk.
My son's blazing. We used to go snake hunting, you know, and my son catch fish like crazy. So that was good. Yeah. He got out of one jail, one county, now he's in another one. I think he's got 2 more to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
He went on tear for a while and got in trouble in like 4 different counties.
I got a daughter too, and she's just pretty as she can be, but she's old redneck girl. Well, she hunts and fishes, and she's got a rail buggy. It's got airbags on it, and it's got one of them Subaru fuel injected motors on it. Got that 6-rib, but I mean, it's nice, dude. It's a nice woods buggy, and she gives that thing hell. And she's out there, hell, she'll fight them boys. She'll get in there with them and go right at it. She's just a little thing. I love that little girl to death, man. She, like I said, she's just pretty as she can be. Fight like them boys. And I lost him there for a little bit. Nah, Tony, that bow hunting, especially spotting and stalking, because when you're bow hunting, well, we call it still hunting, where you walk a little bit and get up against a tree or something and spend 15 or 20 minutes there standing there looking around. But what you got to do is that close enough to get within bow range, and that's where the skill's involved there, man.
This crazy place in here. Look at this. How this is all drug in here with all these vines and shit. When it was green before, there's a couple times I wouldn't come back here, and there was people that watched me said this is a dog man. It looked like them, you know, all this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, Tony, here's what, when Sassy walked up on that deer, here's what happened. He was coming from upwind. He was in that tall grass, and he was walking on the balls of his feet, and he was in a straight line. He wasn't walking through where you're going through trees and your light flickers. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're walking into the wind, you learn this shit after you're out in the woods long enough. And
but they play possum. They won't move that bench, and if you don't see them, they're blended.
Right, you know, and you got to be able to see them. But until that deer wins him, he needs all 3 of them before he'll bolt like that. And that right there was 99% of hunting. The last 1% was him squeezing the shot off with his. And
you know, I can sit there sometimes and just go stealth mode, and you can get 3 or 4 feet, 5 feet away from him, go real slow, you know.
Brother, you ever been in a canoe or a kayak? And you can almost touch them on the nose before they'll take off. You can glide up to them in a daggone kayak or a canoe and almost smack them in the head with a ball.
Look at this. These are cedar trees, and this is what always happens. They shred them. Like, they strip all the bark off of them.
People doing that?
Look at here.
Deer.
No. It's big people.
Oh, okay. Well, that cedar
They're
bark,
all over
that's
this area.
medicinal.
They're 7 Mile area. They're everywhere.
Ain't that cedar bark has got medicinal properties, don't it?
Yeah, but and you know what? But like, you wouldn't believe how many times that they've, like, I've left garlic and apples and Hot Wheels and balloons. But like, freaky shit happens. Like, I don't ever tell you. Here's a little ball. Yeah, like, okay, say I found a crock pot without the lid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, just like I did now, I'd be like going in here and going back out the same trail. And look, hey, look, don't even see me. Look. They're playing paintball or something. Look.
Yep.
See how quick you can hide in
people.
You're
right. Pay attention there, brother. You're right up against a honey locust.
I know it. But look, look, it shows you how you can hide. I ain't got a shirt on them.
Here's an old Marine, folks.
Yeah, look at that tree.
Yeah. Hey, that's the best firewood you can get right there. And people leave them. And that is hands down some of the best. That shit burns like coal.
Turn this way.
Well, whoever asked that question earlier, I wonder if people go through the woods like this very much. Right there's your answer. It looks like that woods is pretty popular. Was them kids, brother?
No, they've got camos on. It's adult.
Oh shit! I was hoping it was kids. I'd like, I was just talking.
Well, there's 2 adults and 1 kid.
I was just talking to a friend of the family that works down there at TSC, and we was talking about that. And I said, look around here. I said, where's all the kids at? I said, hell, it's Saturday afternoon in the summertime. And I said, there ought to be kids outside everywhere. You can't see a kid nowhere. The parks is all empty and shit. You go down there, the fishing docks and everything, and there's old men sitting down there in a lawn chair with a bait bucket, and there ain't a kid around. They don't fish anymore.
That guy went, oh, here's more coming. Here. Oh, that's a pump. Hear it?
Is that them shooting?
Yeah, that's a pump. The other ones are sitting over here behind this brush right over here.
Too bad you ain't got one of them paintball guns. They wouldn't even know where in the hell they're getting shot from.
I'd peg them with a rock, but that hurt too much.
Yeah.
Plus, they could shoot me. I mean, that shit would sting.
Oh, we like playing that paint. I played that paintball. After I ate shrooms and got my head straightened up from that PTSD, I couldn't do it before then, man. They tried to get me to go do that shit once, and
I'm gonna turn the volume down.
I started having panic attack and shit on them over there, man. They thought I was a daggone pussy.
Hey, I'm gonna see if I can sneak up on.
You're gonna fuck around and get lit up. You're gonna have welts, or they're gonna raise welts up all over you.
Do you remember what was in this? Go, buddy.
Can't find a damn rock to throw it.
What was you, about 20 feet from there at the closest? It wasn't very far. Hell, this is fun. I ain't there. There he is. They don't know he's there. Brother, they're looking for an old boy in a camo paintball outfit.
I know. They got a big burl in that tree.
Yeah, them.
I was gonna start running and full speed and screaming like a banshee, but
yes, somebody in chat was saying, start making wild, crazy animal sounds.
they looked right at me. I mean, he looked me right in the eyes and didn't see me.
Brother, that's what I said. They're looking for a dude in a camo outfit, man. They ain't looking for you.
Plus, they got this man. I keep putting. Look at this burl.
Yep, that's quick money right there.
Anyway. Yeah!
Could you hear that through my headphones? There's a hackberry. That's a hackberry tree right there, ain't it?
You're lucky. I'm not a bird.
I see right now, me and you're gonna get in trouble. Yeah.
Hey, one time me and these two guys went down to the river to fish, and all we had was a lighter.
Now that had to turn out good.
Yeah, I mean, it was dangerous, but we got down there, and there's two couples in the flat bottom boats, and the water got real shallow, and the women were in the boat, and the men were out dragging them, and they were loud, and I go, watch this. I did a crane, like, yeah. And they go, look, listen. And I kept doing it, and they're like, wow, listen to cranes. And after like 20 minutes, I go, I'm not a crane. They're talking about shit down their leg.
Yeah.
They were spotlighting everywhere trying to find us. I never laughed so hard in my life.
Yeah, I got some.
Be careful though, you can get shot by some motherfuckers like that.
Yeah.
The guy I went to high school with, they're out in the country getting drunk, and they turned around this driveway that was like real long. The old man came out, like 80-year-old man, shot through the back window and paralyzed my friend for life.
Yeah.
He died when he was about 35. But that old man went to jail. He died like a couple years in jail. But it hit him back in the neck, and he was in a wheelchair the rest of his life for turning around the driveway.
What the hell? How many
they
times
found
has
each other
everybody done
now.
that, man?
Oh, no. He was a cool dude, too. His parents owned a restaurant called George's Steakhouse. It was the only place open 24 hours back then.
These places where I go ride my four-wheeler, you're allowed to ride these power lines like that. Yeah. And I mean...
But, hey, they can save you, because if you're lost, you can come out on these. You just follow them.
Right. We used to do the same thing in airplanes, man. We used them things to navigate within the airplanes. We always just had
Look. Oh, there's a chicken hawk, a turkey buzzard. There's planes. You can hear planes.
Yeah. We use them things.
Daisy, look at that. You ever take these when you're a kid? Look, you can do them before they bloom, so you take it, wrap it around like that.
And pop it off. Yeah. You can do that with them foxtails, too.
Hell, when I was in Louisiana, you take a square 1 foot by 5 foot piece of board wood. You put a clothespin on one end and a nail, and you take a inner tube tire and cut it up, and you put it on there and wind it back around there, and you shoot people with it.
Yeah, my dad used to make us some rubber band guns with a and it looked like a pistol, just had a damn clothespin on the top of it. You'd stretch the rubber band back and hook it on there and run around shooting each other with them.
See, look at the difference in the blackberries. Oh,
you found some nettles?
Yeah, well, look how far along these are. They're just now getting green.
Yeah, blackberries.
I was surprised those other ones, but the other ones are way ahead of time, because it's usually not till middle of July.
Brother, that multiflora rose we got around here will drag you off a horse and slam you on the ground, man. Horse blood.
That stuff there, it grabs on, and when it comes out, it fucking tears.
Oh, that shit's bad, man. I hate that daggone shit. We used to spray that with Banville all the time, just turn it blacker and cold. We hated that shit around the farm.
Barbed wire is about worse when you don't see it and you're going pretty good.
Well, brother, that's what that shit they used that for in Europe. That's why they call it multiflora rose. It was hedgerow, or not hedge, but it was in them hedgerows to keep the animals from getting out.
Oh yeah.
But they actually use a hedge apple.
See, look at this in here. Look how this is all. These cedars are always bent over, pulled up, and they're not. There's no hole here where it came up, and look how it's twisted.
Look at all out of the ground and carried somewhere. Yeah.
And they get their salt intake out of the inside,
Well, see, we got them back here. I know them things travel through here because I've got trees leaners back here into a teepee, and the root balls are up in the air. Yeah, you have to use a tractor to pick them up.
Because it's natural. Certain things nature does, and it ain't shit like that. Where look, all
them
of them
trees don't fall upside down like that.
Uphill, And when they're in the root territory, and look how that rock's leaned against that. They'll a lot of that it shows how strong they are to other ones, Like don't come in here this fucking big.
That Steve Isdale, he's got a new one on there. I ain't watched it yet, but it's the headline on it says Bigfoot slides car sideways 6 feet or something like that. I haven't watched it yet.
They call these, a lot of people call them lumber yards, but look, they'll all be all brought together, and then sometimes you come back and half of them are gone. They'll be up in the tree making a structure.
Yeah.
I've done it long enough that, I got thousands and thousands of pictures, and I've taken people's structures from all the way across the United States and put them down on and overlay them each other. They're exactly the same size, even it's unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Those things, they're using them to mark something because they can't be staying in them or anything.
No, they're not. They don't. They're just road signs. They're road signs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you if you think they're road signs.
But the pyramid shape though has a lot to do with power. A lot of it.
That was my next question.
Had one time. He was a retired dude, lived up in Washington, and was a lumberjack, and he lived out in the woods. And he said that this is what he said: the Sasquatch mined gold and shit underground, and then
really
people came down and shipped and got it from him, and they would use those to mark where for them to land and get it. All these signs were for being seen above. And I mean, that's a good theory, but he acted like he knew.
I know. I was watching that, listening to that Sasquatch Chronicles one day, and there was a guy in there that called in, and he goes, "Hey, there was this old woman." He tells a story. This old woman, this male and female Sasquatch used to leave two little ones with her, and she would watch them through the day. And they'd come back, they'd be out hunting and doing whatever. And if you listen to the story, you know, man.
Can't make that shit up, right?
Right. We got the ears, you know, and you can tell. And
oh yeah.
But that was something else. But he said he got to see that big male. He was there one day, and she said he usually comes up the house. She goes, he knows you're here because he was out lurking in the woods. And he said, I walked out the back porch door and looked out there, and he said, my heart like to fucking stop. And he said, that son of a bitch had to be 15 foot tall. And he said, I'm telling you, his arms, where they come out of his shoulders, look like water heaters. He said, the only thing I could think of is that big around was a water heater. He said, I'm telling you, he said, the size of that thing was something else. And the look it was on his face, he wasn't happy because I was there and them young'uns was in there.
Well, the males are real, because they can breed with man. You know what I mean? They're the same, you know, we can have,
Indians tell stories.
They don't want that shit to happen. Oh, what?
Yeah, Indians tell story about that, and I think that's part of mingling of the seed.
Oh, there's many of them where a guy got a female, kept him hostage for a couple of years, had a kid with him, baby, and then something happened where a ship came, and while she was gone, he got away, and she saw him taking off on the small boat to go out to the boat, and she was standing on the shore yelling, and she picked up the baby and tore it in half.
Yeah, you told me that before. And
I mean, there's so many.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff the Indians talk about around here now. And that guy that there was a new one I was listening to, and the guy said that the Sasquatch grabbed him by the hair and drug him into a tree. He said, we went into this great big tree. It just like dissolved.
They say they're in the trees. They don't always mean on the outside.
Right, brother. And if they are Nephilim or the Rephaim, they would have angelic powers like that. And you know,
I think they can vibrate at a different frequency that's why we can't see them, and they can also vibrate enough to just whatever's around them, they can just.
Right, brother, because there'd be footprints all over the place, man, and they just leave them every now and then, and you see 2 or 3 or 4. You know,
actually, I found, down there where my buddy got killed, I found 3 trackways, and what it was, they had been in the water, and we had a drought, and when the water got low, you could see where they walked, and I found 3 of them like that. And the guy passed them all, and never gave me one cast even.
Well, another story. That what?
Talking to the dogs.
That he's told us at one of them about drowned him. The damn thing grabbed a hold of him, and it had him underwater so long going into this underwater cave entrance that it about drowned him. He said, "Think it hold its breath way longer than I could." Got him down there, and then he about drowned himself at getting back out. He said, but there was only one way into that cave system that they was in, and it was through that river going diving.
Well, I saw one too. He got hurt. I don't know. There's a couple of them. A Civil War was kind of like this. Anyway, he kind of took him through the wall of a cave, and he stayed in there for 2 or 3 weeks while he healed. And he said the male would like turn into an orb and go through the wall and come back and poof, turn back into.
Hey man,
who knows?
Did you ever watch Brenton Sullivan before he died?
Before he died, yeah.
Yeah. You remember that one he had in there about that Bigfoot riding on top of them balloons with that dog hanging on that leash underneath it? Who in the fuck could make that up? And that's the shit we're talking about, man. Yeah, riding on balloons, a Bigfoot, and had stole somebody's pet dog. And them guys that fought that pterodactyl.
Oh yeah.
See, that's some of that crazy shit you hear from them pilots in the military, man. I hate to even repeat the shit, man. Christmas. That's like I told you about that dude. And wearing that space suit.
We don't know.
They said they dropped him.
You know what's normal to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell them what's in here. You're just a lot of people I don't think we can't even recognize it because we can't comprehend it. We don't even know.
Yeah. There's only one time I stay out of the woods, and that's when it's full of fog and mist. and I never have like that.
Hey, dude, I go out in the woods, nothing, pitch black, and just.
No, I can do that.
It's pitch black. They can't see you either.
Yeah. Well, but what I don't like that mist. I do believe there's something.
Oh no, because there's a lot of evil can be involved with that shit.
Yeah, and that's what that movie 13th Warrior is about, man. And I was afraid of that before, or I'm not afraid of it. Yep. Hey,
not being able to see though is a big deal.
I got a story to tell you about that, brother. And I was sitting. There's a show called Paranormal Central, and I was sitting on there one night.
Look at that black these are.
Yep.
They're edible.
And there was a guy from right here in Ohio that was on that show that night, and he was on that fire team. And I ended up I give him my swap phone numbers with and stuff and talked to him. And he was on that one where they went out, and I got to hear a firsthand account of that, and it matched the one that L.A. Marzulli did out there in that park.
Yeah, but that's going about the Kandahar giant.
Yeah, and you can't get him to talk about it because
two different guys told that story to two different people, exact same, and they didn't even know. So
right,
that right
and
there.
That's what I'm saying. I heard that interview by L.A. Marzulli, and I'm afraid that that's the guy that killed himself off that team, because this boy told me. He said, and he goes, "I'll tell you about it this time." He said, "But it ain't something that I'll talk about a lot." And he said, "It didn't bother me before." He said, "But one of us," he said that boy sat down and turned his own weapon on himself and blew his brains out over this shit. And he said, we just don't talk about this shit no more. And then my boy,
hey, look at that column right there. Look at them all right there.
Yeah,
all laid in.
My oldest boy went in the Army, and he done a tour over in Afghanistan, and they're in the Kush Valley, and the pilots and stuff that flew him in, because he was in infantry. It was a big story over there then, everything, and it was on that aircraft pilot, and it was 1,400 pounds, and just got all the information corroborated exactly with the story that I heard on L.A. Marzulli, and then that feller told me over the phone. And you wouldn't believe how prevalent.
People can tell it's not the same. They're not making it. You can't make up something the same as somebody else.
Right. And Rowan, and you'll find out, man, there's a lot of special forces guys now coming out. They've had a 20-year, what's them things they used to make us sign? Mark,
non-disclosure.
Yeah. Non-disclosure. Not NDAs. They have them. They got officers that are lawyers, and they come in and debrief everybody. And then if there was anything that they don't want anybody to know or they think was sensitive to the mission or anything like that, you have to sign these NDAs, and they're 20 and 30 year. And now that a lot of them's expiring, and now that a lot of them guys is figuring out their government's a bunch of lying cocksuckers.
And they're getting old, they don't care anymore, and they're about to die anyway.
Yeah, and these guys are over fighting them giants. Man, them giants are in them mountains and shit, and there's a bad portion of the United States government that's getting them and trying to develop them.
What's that say?
Yeah, I can't read it. And they're trying to develop them and make that damn super army, biblical shit. And then there's another side of our government that's trying to stop them. I don't know. It's
some moto. It's motorcycle thing.
Yeah, Don. It's
that guy that I used to do my research with. That guy I used to research with his dad was in the military, and he died. And just a few years ago, this guy came to his house and said that he had been friends with his dad, and somehow he knew that Shane had been, doing that stuff, and that's what he did in the military. He eradicated them. He went places where were killing livestock or people, and they went in there and eradicated them. That's what he did for his job. And he told me he was going to Washington State to take his new wife and let her see what it was like, and he never came back.
Yeah.
He never saw him again.
Yeah,
look at all these vines in here twisted up. Look at this. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, them things. I go up here, get them off of my walnut trees and stuff because they strangulate them, will kill them.
And those one, they suck the life out of them until.
I do. I go up here and cut them off.
Hey, look at that.
And burn
hey, look at this. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck? Looks like a fucking. What kind of phallic?
That looks like a gooey duck.
I mean, Look, it's tuberous, and look at that. This is gooey. Hey.
Never seen that before. Some kind of.
I have never eaten it. It's some kind of a flower, but look at that. Feed me, Seymour. See, it had a bloom on the end of it at one time, and look, now it's getting gooey and look nasty. Look at that.
That might be one of them African death flowers, man. Yeah, go up there and rub that dirt on it, and then go shoot a frog and kill him. Or
Rick, give me some underwear so I can put on my head.
Yeah.
Look at this in here. Look at this crap. This is like a blind. I mean, you run something in here, they can't go nowhere. You know what?
Yeah.
Look. Here's the crows. Listen.
That whole woods is dead 10 feet up in the air, ain't it?
Hear the crows?
It's brown. The whole thing is brown.
Yeah, there's a shitload of crows up there too. But man, this is like at night you would be fucked. You know what I mean?
That'd be hard to navigate.
Down here in the day, you'd be stuck. You'd be in a maze. But look at it all. And look, nothing's been in here because look at the bottom limbs are almost to the ground. The original limbs. Look, and there's much shit in here that been broke off. You know. This is weird over here. This whole area. You see, the Fantastic Caverns ain't too far away, and they're the only cave like it. And you go in there in a Jeep, and you drive through them in a Jeep. They're that big. They take schools there and stuff.
Tony,
really killer.
Brother, this is one thing I'm going to disagree with you on, man. And in these times, we're going to do something about it. I don't know how it's going to work out, but it's just getting started. But something's going to be done. I know, because there's the real people that are serious, that are passionate, are
hey, they haven't done anything yet. Whenever they start, you wait until they come out of the woodwork, because you used to hear all about militias, and now you're hearing nothing about it. That's good.
Yeah, I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see a lot of divine justice, the Holy Spirit, and the thing.
Hey, if you get God behind you, you know there's nothing that can stop you.
Yeah, I like them stories in the Bible, man, of them marching around them big old citadels and stuff, and the walls falling down. They blew the trumpets of Jericho, and dude, I love them stories. And now you understand
the Battle of Jericho.
Yeah, now you understand that. You know, we understand sound and frequency weapons, and
look at that little glyph. See all the limbs? Look, all laid in there together to make that little teepee looking thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to not pay any attention to stuff like that, man. About 10 years ago, 15 years ago, on that big.
Everywhere I go, though, I don't care where I'm at. I go into the woods. And my daughter in Kansas City, they got a place called Monkey Mountain, and they've been seeing squatch there for years. And I went up in there, and look at there, turtle shell, another one. Hallelujah. And right in the middle of the pond was one of those teepees. You know, no one's gonna make you blind in the middle of the fucking pond to hunt.
No.
It was crazy. See right here, this is the old homestead. I could tell our barn could look. See the old metal and shit. Look.
Yeah. Right, you'll find a foundation pretty soon too if you dig around that grass long enough. Probably it'll be there.
Well, and see how it's all mashed down because it's been pounded so long that it's hard for anything to come up in the hard shit.
Right. Well, there was a yard there so long.
Yeah, you'll see yuccas or daffodils or something. Oh, look right here. There's a freaking house. And see, that was probably why. This is the old home.
Old home place. Yep.
Hey, there's a coffee can. You always see them because everybody. That was besides the tea party. The reason we had that because tea was the first actual drug that people got high on. And whenever they made it so expensive, no one could get high anymore on tea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they found coffee, and that brewing tea. Coffee was cheaper and better buzz, so tea fell out then. You know, they act like the Boston Tea Party was over taxes. It was over getting high. Isn't that crazy?
It always about what it's always has been.
I know.
That's why they started calling weed tea, smoking tea, because it got you high. You're right.
Hey, you can smoke grapevines too, but it give you a headache, but you still get a euphoria for a minute. I never did it. My cousin did though.
I don't want no headache.
No, but I never did. I didn't follow the crowd. You know what I mean? I didn't I didn't do any of that shit all the idiots were doing. I was never dumb enough to do that crap. But if you sit there and huff gas out of a thing, you're either really high already or you got influenced by somebody. You just don't decide you want to sniff gas, gas or paint or anything.
There was a boy when I was little that died. He was laying up on a tractor. He'd lay there and he'd take the gas cap off the tractor and lay up on the hood face down. And he passed out with his nose down in that tank, and it killed him. He laid there and breathed that until it killed him. When
I did upholstery, I did carpets and all, but the glue is really, you had to put a fan in the car or you just sit there and spin. This guy from the other building, Steve Corby, he'd come over and with a piece of carpet and go, and I'd spray a big old thing of glue on it, and he'd go sit in the car and sniff it. Oh, the bub bar got my
I never was inclined to do shit like that.
No, I never had. Never wanted to. Hell, I never took pills my whole life. Until a couple times when I hung siding with all these punks, and they'd give me a couple of hydrocodones, and I just didn't like it. I mean, it makes you feel good for a minute, but.
Well, I took that shit for years, and Percocets and stuff for pain is busted up pretty good. But I never did like the way it made me feel. I just had to take it because I was in so much pain. But I got that doctor down in pain management now, and he uses
that's that chicken hawk, the hawk look.
Yeah, but he uses acupuncture and chiropractic care and stuff, and I just use weed for my pain now.
Well, my buddy of mine, Jay, he was disabled, and they had him on all those pills like that. And he ordered poppy seeds, and he gave me a bunch one year, and I grew them. And when that flower's done, you just cut that pod on the side, and that stuff oozes out, and you let it dry, and you smoke it or eat it. And
there's these dudes on fucking YouTube that go to Kroger's and get poppy seeds and grow the son bitches.
It's not the same though.
They're not. I mean, they sure looked like they were.
Well, yeah, but the poppies that we have here, most of them are perennials. They come back up every year. But the ones over there, you got to plant them every year. They're annual.
They're hard.
They're different colors too.
But they said that they're supposed to do something to them so they won't germinate. They radiate them or something. But the ones that they planted came up.
Yeah, I mean,
dude, Alan Allen says the woods in England are full of Gnostic goons who took over.
Probably can. I think that guy in the mower. Yeah, see me. Some guy. Look at this. Probably take measures. Oh, look. Treehouse used to be. Look.
Yep.
Yeah. Had glass windows in it. Shit. See, that's the way if something happens, that's the first thing. I'm going up in the air. That way, no one can sneak up on you. Look at that. Hell yeah, that's old. Look at it. You can just tell by the stuff around and the materials how old shit is. I mean.
Yeah, I've got dried wild lettuce right now in a bag.
Yeah, there's tons of different green onions.
Tastes like shit, but that's one of the best painkillers there is. You can make tea out of that.
Remember those little ones, Anheuser-Busch? Look at a little bitty 6-ounce bottle.
Yeah, them the ones like was on Laverne and Shirley.
Damn it, that hurt. I hate them damn thorns because they reach out and grab you. If I wear clothes out here, if I had a shirt on, I'd have a heat stroke. And I can't wear pants at all. I'll be roasting dudes like. They'll be completely wet when I get home from sweat.
After
like my shoes are already dry. My shoes are dry. I've been in the creek for a while.
After it gets so hot, I'll take my shirt off. But I
don't wear a shirt. I put one on to go in the store or something. Where where you gotta have a shirt. I just take one with me and then I put it on. Then I take it off when I get out. And you didn't have to wear a shirt till like I don't know 7 or 8 years ago. I didn't wear one anywhere. And no one said shit. But then when they started serving food. Yeah, it can't be in a place where food is, Look at that.
What difference does that make?
Oh, yeah, that's something to do with the hygiene or some shit.
Well, yeah.
That's dumb, I know. If you live your life in a clean environment, you're going to get fucking sick all the time.
Right. Well, that's what I'm talking about, playing in them creeks and stuff growing up.
Oh, yeah, and you know what? I don't put nothing in the refrigerator. I don't care what the fuck it is. I'll eat pizza been sitting there 3 days as long as it's sealed up and then get no bugs in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit starts curling up like an old shoe when it sits out that long. Man.
Yeah, but you can put it in the old, look at that old tank. Put it in the microwave and get some radiation to it. It turns soft again.
Yeah, back in my old drinking days when I was a bachelor, I ate food like that old dried up shit, finding in a bag.
As long as you get anything hot enough, it kills the germs in it. It has to. It's just a state of mind. Most people just can't do it because of their brain, you know what I mean? Look at that. Oh, here's an old dump right here. Yeah. This is the first time I've ever been here, where I'm at right now. Never been here. Oh, look. Oh, what is that? That's in a fire. Look at that. It still had shit in it and it bubbled out when it got hot. 1984. See, look at that shooting that. Look, full of 22 holes. It's looking for breeze or something. See, there's no. Right here. Look. Oh, too bad. Hey, if them things, I'll take them and fix them. You know what I mean? I'll bend them out, and I used to put flowers in them in my flower beds.
Huh. Well, I know you don't hear shooting around here like you used to, man. Now the ammo's.
Oh no, you know, most people their grandparents died. They sell the farm. You know what I mean? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hung up a barbed wire fence. That's always good.
Yeah, and somebody will buy it to develop it, and they'll come in and bulldoze that whole farm down flat.
Oh yeah, people don't care about heritage anymore. Nothing.
No,
see, look,
man.
This ain't that. Oh, see, look, I found that barbed wire. Blah blah blah.
Ooh.
But you know, this is like.
Hey, your blood's thin like mine. My blood.
Oh yeah, I heal fast.
Like it.
I heal fast. Oh, look at here.
Too. My blood's really thin.
Hey, they got jelly jar in the fence, and it's a regular canning. Look, for jelly. Right on.
Yep.
Let's see, I like that. 19. Let me see. That's one thing. Glass marked always on the bottom.
A preserve jar when they got that decoration.
It says quilted crystal. That's what they call it. Still got jelly in the bottom of it. I think it's 1965. I think so.
You talking about the twin tower or the towers up there, Tony? Is that what you're talking about? It's 9/11 or?
You know, I'd rather find these than anything because I got like 5 cases now of mason jars that I found. Haven't paid a penny for any of them. And those that dollar store peanut butter, the lids off them screw fit right on them. It shows you how people use. I mean, this stuff wasn't back in the day. Everything was in glass, so it didn't mean nothing to them. You know what I mean? I got some back. I mean everything. But now that I like them because hell. Shit stays in them.
Well, me and the old lady just went and bought canning jars, new ones, and you'll have several $100s invested in them getting set up for canning.
Well, they never have them for a while, and then they run out of the lids. You know how they are.
Yeah,
everybody's canning with a panic,
Right. Yeah, you can't buy the jars are all gone now. You can't get the lids. They got pressure.
Well, what was like $10 is $90. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's That's people are, and like I said,
hey, look at that apple juice, and look at the writing on this apple juice. All this stuff on there. It's Martinelli's gold medal.
That's a nice bottle.
Drink your apple a day. See, it's shaped like an apple. Look.
Yeah.
And it says nutrition facts right for it's made in California.
Well, that's a new bottle there.
It's yeah, but no, it says right in to get the nutrition.
Oh, okay.
It's 1943. I ain't never seen one in shape. There's another one. Right here. Look. This one's not the same shape. It's a little bit more square on the bottom. See that?
Yeah, them's probably worth hanging on to there.
Oh, I'm putting them back. I like that shit. That, I should be bringing. There's a whole bunch of them. There's another one.
Yeah, you're getting ready to have to get rid of some shit.
And somebody that I live with has been bitching the whole time, but I'm getting real close now to cashing out on all this shit I've been collecting, and they don't listen to me or believe me until I got the fucking wetbacks in my hand, and then they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Because I know people that buy that shit, or I wouldn't even get them. I know flea markets I can take and sell all that shit to. And even if I get half of what they're worth, that's half of nothing, because I ain't got nothing in them.
Right. Right.
If you can sell something below cost, look at Walmart. They put shit on clearance that you'd never buy in the world, but it's marked down to 50 cents. People buy it and put it in a drawer and never use it.
We just went through Odd Lots. I think, is that Odd Lots where they had that maze? And they got that set up to get out of there where you got to walk zigzag through all of the chapstick and lip balm and certs and gum and all that shit. They make you walk zigzag back and forth through that shit to get out of that store.
Hey, look at this. This is 60. Look, it's still all there too. Look, here's the leaves flopped over. But that's vintage shit right there.
Yeah.
If you're in a big city, oh look, hey, everybody had this. Everyone ever knew had this fucking chair. Look, the rocker.
Yeah, ain't that something? Mary, look at that. That's a Lazy Boy too. I had
look
one
how
of
good
them.
shape it is.
I had one of them. That's that Lazy Boy chair I had out in fucking Colorado right there. He just said everybody had one of them, and they do. I had one of them son bitches. Yeah, that was I think that was one of Lazy Boy's most popular chairs right there, brother. You're right. I had one exactly like it, man.
Yeah, look, there it is. There's a recliner. Look, here's a recliner part. Oh, look, here's a swing. Look, a porch swing. Look at that wood. Tell me they didn't make shit better back then. Yeah. It's not here in the weather for how long? Look at this. Look, there's a.
Yeah.
Love that shit. And there's a couch over there. Yeah. Oh, that was a thistle, that motherfucker. Look, there's a travel suitcase. See it? With the handle sticking up.
Yeah.
There's a box spring. Look at that. Look at it. Nothing wrong with it. Still. Oh, it's right. I got burned when they burnt the trash.
Oh.
One side melted. There's no mop of me. Yeah, look. They made, people are like, oh my God, there ain't no snakes out in this shit. It's hot out. See, look there. Metal. I think, yeah. Let's see, that's out of the fucking console of a vehicle. Look at that. Had a wasp nest in it, man. Some bitches. I got stung. Had a wasp nest in it.
Oh, you was talking about the Twin Towers. Okay.
Look, little cool rest car cooler by Igloo. Look at that, made in the USA. It got hot, but it didn't. It got foam in it. Yeah. Well, it's a long time ago because only people drank cans of pop then.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't made big enough for them bottles and them fucking super gulps and shit that you get.
Oh, whenever they came out with the Supreme Court, everybody thought shit in a 32-ounce drink. We were like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, look here.
Well, you remember that big slurp?
Look at that.
Where the hell was that? Fuck, Lawson's?
Look at that. See, that like it. Let go. Look at that.
Yeah, with gate hinge or an old barn door hinge.
And I got a sledgehammer. I can fucking straighten that bitch right out.
I was just looking at them things, and those some bitches are $24 a piece. Them great big ones like that, because I got to put a gate
that right there is made better. And look, here's a water pipe. Look, see, there's there's a water pipe too. That's a 13-inch tire or 14. Look.
A hinge that's big enough until these cattle won't just rip it, just straighten it out.
Well, look at this motherfucker.
They're expensive. You can go buy a door hinge for $4.
Look at that. There's a ball jar.
Huh?
11. See, there's a.
Something they throw them away, man.
Oh, I know where there's. I could go right now with 10 people and fill up every backpack they have. Here's another one.
Hey,
look here. Look at that one. That's a curve.
Yeah.
Look at that one.
Tony's mentioning something right now, brother. Go back there and go through that freaking suitcase, man. There's people that put money in them and shit and forget about them. People just throw them out in them little pockets on the sides and shit. Tony's saying in here, he said, I'd have checked that luggage every pocket. Yeah.
Oh, look right here. There's another curve.
Ain't no needle. Make sure ain't no needles in there.
Look at all these mason jars. Look, they're all over. Oh, look at that
one. Darn.
Look, it's got a mason, the Golden Harvest. Every one of them. Look, there's 3 right there. Oh,
I wonder if it's got the same threads and mouth size and shit as the ball and curve.
Look at that pop bottle.
Have we got ball or curve jars? Both. Ball. We got ball stuff.
I got ball, curve, Atlas. Look at these. Every size. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Look.
Well, I'm sure she bought
Look at that. This one's a wide mouth, self-sealing, wide mouth mason. These are just laying everywhere. They got the lids. God, I'm taking these bitches. I'm about ready just to throw the chicken of the woods out on the ground.
Oh, did you find another one of them before I got on?
Yeah, that one, I dug it up.
Oh, okay. I never got one morel and haven't seen any chicken of the woods yet here. Now, last fall, we had 2 great big chicken of the woods up here right on this side. I didn't even go look anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
But me and the old lady ate them, man. They was good. We filled
these
up.
These here just turned to. They're just going back to dust because I ain't taking them. Because if I keep them in here, they're just going to get smashed anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've already ate a shitload. Who's somebody's in the back? I didn't even know it. Where is it? Oh, anybody back there? You? Okay. Whew. I wonder how many. I got a nice feather, a turtle shell, a piece of a parachute cord. You know what I mean?
Boy, that shit's handy.
Oh, it is, and this is a real wide shit. They got a spool of it now, like 30 feet. It's a Dollar Tree. And I keep buying it. I don't need it, but I can, if I can take a backpack full of that shit and a roll of duct tape, and I can build a house.
I just now remembered what we forgot at the store.
What?
Is that damn tarp for them calves.
Oh, shit.
I'm sitting here looking at the rope. I got rope and
you ever go to the store and you get everything except what you went to get?
Yeah, I've been trying to remember to get them like a 12 by 12 tarp to put up there, just if they want to get out of the rain. And
yeah.
I'm being stupid, man, because
you're stupid.
No, brother, I'm not shitting you. We've had cattle for I don't know how long now, and I've been around them all my life. And when it rains like this, they go out and stand in it. You have
look at underneath the tree where lightning's going to hit.
Yeah, and they do that too. So, and I'm out here, and my boy said, "Dad," he said, "don't worry about. I've been wanting to build them a thing up there. Now they got trees they get under. They ain't standing there in the pelting rain. It's the woods is thick up there. Hell, you can go up there. You'll eventually get wet, but it'll be pouring down here, and hell, it's just barely. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it can be pouring down in the rain here, and the canopy is so good.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tarp and put up there for them, and until I get it set up, I can move them back and forth in this pasture, and then they can stand down there in that lean-to. But I'm getting soft, man. It was raining the other day, and he was standing out there looking at me, and I was like, "Shit, that going, I'll get."
Man, we have a lot of tornadoes. We haven't lately, but I had a '66 Vermont convertible, and it fucking started hailing, and I ran out there. I was gonna put the top down because it was punching holes through there, but fucking they started hitting me in the head. I was bleeding all over from that fucking shit. It was so big, and so I finally went out there with a fucking bicycle helmet on. But man, that shit hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It put holes in my convertible top all over. It put holes in it.
Hey, brother, I was in a fabric covered airplane once, and we was flying up to Kelly's Island, and we got in a thunderstorm, and there was hail in that, and it beat. We were scared to death because now a plane, those are covered with this shit, this Dacron. It's Seconite. And you shrink it on there, and then you paint it. And along the leading edge of that, man, where it beat that.
Paint thicker than the rest of the plane, huh?
Right. And we was in there, and that stuff was beating on that plane, and we couldn't see nothing. And I was sitting there, and I when it'd clear up just a little bit, I'd look out there at that wing, and you could see the paint all chipped, and it was broke because, paint on something like fabric, when that hail hits, it leaves a bullseye.
It breaks off. I know.
Yeah, man. And that had to, you talk about puckering up, man, biting your ass, biting a hole in the seat. That shit there was kind of nerve wracking, but that's about my worst experience with hail.
That's a weird. I wonder what that was in there. It looks like bacon grease. I always take my bacon grease. Always did.
Yeah. Well, we used to. We don't eat the stuff anymore. We quit eating pork.
I don't eat it that much, but I do. I eat bacon every morning.
Well, like I said, after I woke up, there in the beginning, I kind of felt that we still wasn't supposed to be eating it. So I quit eating it.
My roommate takes
my joints.
CNA, and she works nights, and every morning she just puts a note on the door, and it doesn't matter what she gets it for $1. I get a whole plate of bacon or whatever, and so I never ate bacon much, cool. And now I'm old enough that it ain't gonna. By the time it'll affect me now, I'll already be in fucking 6 feet under. I ain't worried about it.
Oh, I used to eat the hell out of it. There ain't nothing I like better
than
bacon and tomato sandwich, man. But
and eggs are good for you. They used to lie and say they weren't, but
yeah. Oh, we eat the hell out of eggs because we got eggs running out of our ears in there with all these chickens. But
I bet.
Damn it, what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, that pork. Well, when I quit eating that shit in about 3 months, my arthritis and stuff that I had real bad that was almost debilitating, it went away.
No shit.
Oh man, my joints and shit was swelled up so bad, my back and stuff. That's what I said. I started smoking weed and got straightened up there and got off of that medicine, and then I started waking up and I quit eating pork, and You got to feeling good that way and got off that medicine. That's when I got back into riding them dirt bikes and shit and got back in shape. So I could get back out and climb.
And another one. Right here. Another one.
Run.
One.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's crazy. I just went by here and didn't see it.
And hell, now I run around like a daggone 25-year-old now.
I've never slowed down. That's why I can still go. I've always been this way.
Yeah.
I never had any car wrecks or anything to stop me from doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got busted up bad enough till I got down. Well, I got to taking that medicine and shit and taking them treatments. And after I quit doing that and started exercising and taking natural, holistic medicine, and feel better than I ever have.
I don't know what that was. It don't even have a label, and they didn't put. There's a paper on them back then.
Only time I have trouble now is that when it's weather's bad. That's about the only time.
I forgot I got that too. I think what it was is whoever bought the trash out was probably whoever paid for these fucking jars, and when they threw them away, they just threw them over the fence so they wouldn't get burned, and you know what I mean? I think they said they couldn't do it. You know what I mean? They just couldn't throw them away and burn them because they paid too much for them, probably.
And that might be, and it might be a family member, and there's still an old woman in there, and she cans stuff. They can and give it away for Christmas and shit, and they'd use it and just throw the jar away, not thinking anything about it, like it came from a grocer or something.
Yeah. I mean, I find them. These woods are full of them everywhere. I mean, everywhere. They're like, and it's like a museum now. The dump piles are museums.
I'll tell you, man, when you make it out here, dude, we'll go to some of these places and go hiking back in here. And there ain't been nobody in there since they logged that 100 years ago.
All right. They must see some Sasquatch. I can tell you if they're there, believe me.
Yeah, and there's we got some rock outcroppings and stuff at some of these places. Man, there's that one place though. I got the only way it's at one of them 4-wheel riding places. And there's a cave there.
Go with jars and that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that hinge here because I don't really fucking need it.
The what?
Hinge. I don't need it.
I couldn't hear you again. You're breaking.
The hinge. I'm just gonna leave it here. I can get it later.
Oh, the hinge. Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that too. I can get it later. I don't feel like carrying it. That's one thing. The shit ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
That hinge is probably heavier than fuck. Yeah, ain't nobody need to pick that up.
There's another one. They use people like Kerr. These were all Kerr. Almost every one of them.
How much is it? What do you get them by the dozen?
What?
Yeah, they were. They're like last time I looked, they're like $90 for a dozen.
$10.48 for quarts and $8.48 for pints.
She said it's $8.48. Well, what we bought ours for last, I know they're through the roof now. Ours were $8.48 a dozen for the pints.
Oh yeah, they were like $9.99 at Walmart back before they went up.
What was the quart?
That was if you could find them even. You can't even find them online.
$4.8.
Yeah, and she said that the quart ones that we bought were $10.48 a dozen. So they're 90 cents.
Yeah.
Let's say a dozen or 90 cents a piece. Shit.
I bought I found I got a whole case now of the 2-quart ones.
Yeah, we don't get them because with just me and her here, when we
you don't need that much open here.
Right, it'll go bad before you use it. You don't want that much to paste or nothing like that.
Hey, look.
And a tent.
Yeah.
Probably a fucking snake under that son bitch.
Well, I lift up flat shit looking for them. Look, there's 4 different size tires. There's one. Look, there's one up on the corner there. That's dry rotted.
That looked like an ATV tire.
Yeah, look at that.
We used to go get perfectly good tires out of the ditches. The tire companies stack them in there to keep them from washing out and run them on the road. They weren't dry rotted. The damn people would come in there. Well, we always called them rich people. They'd come in and get the tires changed before all the tread was going off them.
Well, now you have to run them. You have to pay $5 to have the haul if you leave it. You know, when you get new ones. Can't leave it.
Yeah.
But
and when
I know this guy that had a tire shop, and they would just set them outside at night, and someone would steal them. They weren't even no good.
Yeah. We had. Yeah. We was raised.
I haven't went this far over before. This is the first time I've been in any of this.
I never saw my dad take a tire that tread off. Them son of a bitches, you could see the air in them for. I always liked that saying. He'd run a tire until he could. He is so tight on money that he'd run a tire.
I would just see that slick bubble look underneath the tread, like.
Yeah, but the saying was, it said that he's so tight he'd run a tire until you could see the air in it.
Oh, look at this! Look, there's a tank. There's 2 bike wheels. Look, there's a carburetor off a mower. Look, 2 bike rims.
Yeah, and if you was a cop, you'd go, looks like somebody had a grow going on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know where I'm at now. Wow, this is where I usually go, but I went all the long way around and behind it and back in it. I usually come into it, and I'm coming into it from the other end completely. This is where I found them, started finding them originally, because there was no steel out here. Yeah, I know where I'm at. There's a couple more dumps here. Okay, right here, it's over here. There's where the steel was. Hey, look at there.
Yeah, Alan.
Too. All in one day,
Alan,
look.
Yep. Alan, he says people pay for vintage. Shit, yeah, I ain't no kid.
I had a flea market, I know. Look. Boom. See there? I'm already full, and usually I bring 2 backpacks sometimes, but by the time you get back, your arms are numb and shit. Can't feel your,
Yeah, it is something what's laying down there. Hell, there was somebody, well, that might have been you, just walking alongside the road and got talking about, said, hell, I found bags of weed and money and
that's me.
Wallets with
right
money
here, look,
in it, jewelry, guns.
This is where they were making it at, right here. Look, this is where they had an old steel. They had it covered up right here. That's why all them jars are and shit.
Oh,
that's where they used
now that makes sense. All them jars being out there paying fun of liquor. Yeah, that makes sense now. That's
and
why.
People were bringing it to them. People were bringing jars from moonshine. You get like 20 jars, and they probably had stuff in them, and they didn't care because they're going to have to sanitize them anyway.
Yeah, and that's why you had the dry seal, the lid that's a dry seal, not the 2-piece lid.
Yeah. But that squash, you were there last night. I traded him jars last year for moonshine.
Alan's got a little tune for yours by my cousin.
Okay. I can't believe I found everything today. Mushrooms, shed, feathers.
Is that more barbed wire? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh, I got some basketball shorts. Right here's see the mushroom.
You can't leave your bag hanging on that shit.
See, look. That's edible too, but one won't do that for me. I think there's a structure in here that I found last year. He'll freak out. There's a fucking tree down, and it's got limbs laid parallel from each other all the way down both sides like it's a big tent.
Huh.
And a lot of these trees out here are fucked up and twisted or hedge apple like that. And you know how hard that shit is? And look at it.
Oh,
hedge
yeah.
Apple. Look how old that is. That's hedge apple.
That stuff's beautiful, man. Have you ever seen that somebody sawmilled it and made boards out of it or made a gun stock out of it or something?
It has a washer, a dryer.
That shit. Hey, those make good fire rings. Got all them holes in them.
There's a beauty ring, but look how old that is. Look how thick that is.
Yep, that is, man. Dude, that would make some beautiful furniture, man.
See, look at this little thing right here. That arch.
Hey, have you ever cut that with a chainsaw?
Oh, you can. It'll break your fucking chain.
Well, you got to file shit out. After dark, sparks fly off of that. Cutting that wood. I am not.
My mom's had to. My mom used to cut it one time in the morning. She was cutting some of her house shoes on, and trying to cut that shit and it slipped back and yanked her house shoe off. About cut her toes off.
Damn. Yeah, you gotta be careful with chainsaw. I still run a chainsaw a good bit, and them son of a bitches are dangerous, man.
If you know what you're doing, though, I ran a lot. People just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right, brother. What the secret to that is don't put yourself in the position where it can bite you, because it's going to kick and buck. It's going to do that shit. It's going to get yanked in them vines that we're talking about. Grab it and throw it back at you.
Like shooting a pistol, you don't hang on to it like you're a little woman.
That's exactly right. And you watch where that bar's at. Yep, you don't want to get in them vines and shit, especially a big saw.
Look at here.
That are 40.
You can tell this is old. Look, Look at that. This is how old you can tell it's the 50s. Look at that color of that coffee cup. Remember them?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Old Larryology, he knows about that. He's a logger.
Pill bottle. See, this is good jump, all these rocks.
You talk to him? Larryology.
No.
Larryology.
I know who he is. Oh yeah, there's another dump. Look, look at this. Ooh.
He lives about 40, 50 miles from here over. He's still
This
here.
perfume. Oh, look. See that?
Yep.
I got one just like this. Exact same size. Has a unicorn on the lid. And it's half full of codeine, powdered codeine.
Oh, really?
1940 something powdered codeine. I looked it up. See, like that any of the kind like faceted like that, and like this little like bear or one a day vitamin probably.
Yeah, the place to get them bottles around here is in these creeks.
See, look, look how little that was.
I got an old John boat too. We can float.
Oh yeah,
this Raccoon Creek over here. Yeah, hell, we can float down that, man. That creek, they ran a canoe livery on that because I've never. It looks like it's man-made. That thing's just a bowl shaped like this all the way down through there. Yeah, Raccoon Creek's pretty neat where it runs into the Ohio.
Oh, look at that.
Look
at that little one.
Now I got that
little bitty one.
Cuddy cabin cruiser and get down there on the Ohio River. They say there's some big ass catfish down there around that. Damn, I don't like when I'm in the water, man. I don't like getting around them great big walls like getting that water a churning.
They'll fucking drag you down and leave you to rot.
Dude, it gives me the creeps, man. You're on that boat and shit and everything, and them guys are down there fishing next to that and don't think nothing about it. And that just gives me the damn willies there being down there.
There's catfish, the ones we never see. You can imagine how big they are. They probably fucking swallow you whole.
Yeah, those guys that run them tugboats tell stories. They see them, we're talking about a nice one being 100 pounds and shit. And man, the way them guys are talking, they got to be talking about a 300 or 400 pound freaking fish. Man. I mean,
that much down there deep. I bet this old man I knew his name was Earl Trekkk, and he grew up on Mississippi, and he said that they would pull up in big catfish in the boat and they'd spit up 10-pound carp they swallowed whole.
Yeah. There's guys that they've had catfish. They found them dead on these. They've caught this guy caught another catfish, and it was a 20-some pound cat. And this other one was eating it and had it stuck. It got stuck and was on there when he went running these lines. And I think that's on the ODNR fishing page. Anybody can go look at it.
Yeah.
That daggone thing, that thing is huge. It's got, that thing's got a knots. These, when them catfish get old, how they got them great big growths all over their head. You seen them?
Oh, yeah.
It's ugly looking like that, man. It looks like something from outer space. Well, I ain't even say that anymore. You know what the fuck I mean.
Oh, yeah. We always did down at the lake, you cut their head off and you put it on the corner post and leave it there. Yeah, I mean, for people to see it. Look at that. You got great, what is this? I've never found one like this.
Well, them great big catfish, we always nailed their head down to a post or something like that anyway.
Yeah.
And grab that skin with pliers to pull
it off, yeah.
Yeah, just drive a big old nail through their head and nail them to the barn wall or something.
You know how old this is? It says refilling forbidden.
I bet some of these people sitting here and listening to us talk about driving the nails through the top of the head of a fish. I think we're all a bunch of sadistic fuckers.
Well, yeah, unless you've been there.
Ain't been around. Yeah, if you ain't been around it, you'd think we're all mean and cruel and shit. But them fish are already dead by the time we do that, and it's just a way to handle them.
Man, I'm sitting there dripping just like I'm sitting in a fucking sauna.
That's the way I was where we was in town there, man. I was soaking wet by the time we got in the Suburban. We ran air conditioning on the way home to get dried out.
I don't know how, but I got to get the rest of this shit in my backpack. It's already full, but I'm going to try. That deer shed come in handy. You're a good digger.
Mm-hmm.
Make that's how you nap arrowheads with. Use deer antler.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm quite a ways back. I don't know how far away I am now, but it'll take me a while to get back. I know that. Hey, the first time I come out in this area, I found a bunch of jars, and I had a different backpack, and I made it all the way back to where I was walking in front of that Bible college.
Yeah.
And the backpack and the backside opened up, and like 5 of them went right on the sidewalk.
Oh man.
I didn't even look back. I just kept walking. I was pissed.
That's fucked up. Left fucking. I don't know what you did.
They were probably the oldest ones I found.
Oh shit.
I do have a couple of blue ones and a green one I found. The colored ones worth. I don't know why, but that's the ones worth money. Actually, I think I walked so far. I think I'm pretty near that road that I live on, but it's way. Yeah, my roommate's already called 3 or 4 times. I don't care.
Your roommate?
Yeah, I have a roommate.
Yeah, well, he's calling you right now?
It's he. Ain't no he. I don't want to live with no dude. It's a long story.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was a dude.
No. Fuck, I couldn't live with no guy. She works nights. She works all night long. And except for usually when she gets there, she brings breakfast or something, and I usually eat, and she goes to bed, and I leave.
Wow.
And she hates YouTube, She we were doing that, I was doing that chat, and Emily came in there or whatever,
Yeah.
And it ain't like that. And why don't you just go talk to those girls on YouTube? I'm like, oh my God. How old are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, before you got on there last night, she don't like me no more.
Who?
Emma. There's just a complete misunderstanding.
Who cares, dude? I don't like her anymore. I blocked her before. I knew right off the bat. I went to her YouTube, and she had a white screen just screaming for a minute and a half at YouTube.
After that with me?
Yeah, but dude, before that, she goes to Heather. She goes to Code. I don't care. I don't like people.
I was putting it when she was up the first time. I was putting it in the chat that I thought that it was going to shit, and it was showing all the signs of it. And then now that I went back and watched it, it went to shit on us, man.
Well, if I was gone when they happened, you called me to come back because I already knew what was going to happen. I already knew.
I had a bad feeling in my gut, but
I'm sorry, David. I don't know what it is, but it don't take me just a few minutes to figure out. Plus, she's got the IQ of a 2-minute egg.
Yeah, that's what the problem is, man. You are fucking telling the truth, and that's exactly what I was going to say about this. You have got to get somebody dumb as a stump to get them to do that shit. Anybody's got any intelligence at all, check yourself before they do that. And that's the truth, brother. That's the brutal honesty right there. That's an intelligence freaking problem.
Radical Ralph, you know who that is?
Radical Ralph.
Radical Ralph Russo. He's this old guy, a little bit older than me, that lives in Maine, out by himself, and he's a fucking dick. And I was on it. He blocked me finally.
Is he the one that makes you type all in caps?
Yeah, Tony. He was going off of Tony. I told him he's my friend, and he blocked me because I was friends with Tony. But I shared his post today, and I said, most racist dude on YouTube, because as soon as I turned it on, he said, nigger Jew, nigger Jew, nigger Jew, like a million times. And he don't get shut down. And all the people that go there, he says, I ain't got no ticks on my ball sack. He's just the rudest dude you would ever see.
Just fucking nasty. Yeah,
and he's on there. He's like, Sister Golden Hair, Dearest Dawn, Dawn Morning. And I don't know why they even go there. And Matt was there. Michael J. They all. I'm sorry. I posted that. And I said,
Michael Healy?
If you go there, don't come to me. I'm not going to be around. I'm not getting fleas anymore. I'm not even going to be associated. I can't do it. I feel bad. Because, I hate to say it, but being cool and just getting stoned and laughing at everything, it ain't doing nothing for me anymore.
And that's okay every now and then, but not every time, man. This has got to be used for, there's nothing wrong with doing that.
No, I do it, but I don't sit there and
wanting to do it every single time.
Nothing, but it's just taking a long time for me to get peeved about it,
Yeah. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, brother. I hate everything.
So many people out there are looking for attention. Your subconscious hears everything, and they don't realize what they're saying even. And after a while, if you keep hearing it, you get it without trying. It comes to you.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, man. A lot of our medical system in this country, people that have went for help that needed it, didn't get help. What they got is somebody telling them how bad they feel for them, how bad their situation is. Yeah. And they've literally got their mind messed up until what they can do is tell you what's wrong with them, and that gives them an excuse to lie to you, to yell and get all upset, accuse you of shit and stuff like that. And what they do is they look right at you and go, hey, this stuff was done to me, and I'm allowed to do this now.
Yep. And they get put them on pills where they got to keep coming back to get their pills.
And then what that does, that puts a motherfucker like me and you and Tony and everybody in a shit ass situations. You got somebody sitting there that's legitimately had something very tragic and fucked up happen to them that somebody literally ought to be fucking killed over. There ought to be a death sentence for doing that shit to somebody. And then you got to sit there and they take everything that you're saying like you're being abusive to them and attacking them and shit. And they need help. It's a fucking bad situation, man. And
no one will stand up for what's right anymore.
No, man, they won't. And when you're doing that, that's what I like about this group we got here, man. For fucking 50 years, man, up until, 4 months ago, I've been standing my ass flapping out in the breeze with 15 people around me wanting to fucking kill me over this shit because I'm the only person standing there going, hey, this is bullshit. It ain't going to fucking work out. Somebody's been tickling your ass with a feather and lying to you and got you thinking this shit. And that's why nothing's ever fucking changed. 20 years you've been saying the same shit, coming up trying to borrow fucking money off of us to get your car fixed and shit. You need to start fucking living right, man. And shit like this will quit happening to you. And then there's
I donated money to Code. And that last video he did, he said he did tarot cards forever. And he's sitting there with brand new packs of them going, ha, 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 like I paid for that shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, and he fucking goes out in the daggone, his fucking car won't start and shit. And they can't figure it the fuck out.
Code ain't got no car.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, man. When you fuck with that shit, and
I guess they give him a check to stay home in New England or England. They get a check to stay home. I guess.
That ought to be scaring people what they're doing while they're in their houses. Because they do have them locked down over there bad in places.
Yeah, but they don't. They don't know what it's like to have guns, and they don't have a clue, and they think they're bad because they're brainwashed.
Yeah, guns are, and if they come around here, guns in this area of this country around here are a tool. They're in just about every truck when you get on a farm, and they're in toolboxes on tractors.
That's the only reason they haven't fucked us like everybody else, because we got guns.
Yeah. You better have one with you. And around a farm, a gun's used a lot for humane reasons. You might have a calf out there that's strangulated in barbed wire or something where they're bad enough off until there's nothing to be done.
All they'll show you on TV is the biggest piece of shit in the world killed somebody with one.
Yeah.
But they don't show you that other 100 people that saved their life that day with one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we have carry conceal. You can carry one concealed without nothing. Well, guess what? That makes people wonder before they fuck with anybody or anything because they don't know if they have a gun or not. And
they should before. They should do that before. You ought to really, I don't want to mess with somebody because I'm afraid that fucker's like me. That's the number one thing right there. It keeps me from torment. Or no, it ain't, man. Just I don't desire to do it. But anytime somebody's pissed me off in traffic or something, doing something, I want to ride up next to them and flip them off and tell them that they're a fucking idiot or whatever.
I quit that in 08 when I quit all that shit.
The first thing that goes through my mind is, that son of a bitch might be like me, and he'll just take his seatbelt off and open the door and come over here and bust me right in the fucking mouth right in front of my old lady and all these people sitting here at this light. And what am I going to do?
Or some 80-pound pussy can pull out 357 and blow your head off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
a shit you got to worry about, man. Yeah. And I learned to be easier about that.
But somebody breaks into your house or something, it's somebody that knows you, because you don't break into a stranger's house. You don't know anything about them. People break in your house because they know when you're home and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That shit don't happen around here.
Hey, I've never got my house broke into ever. Never.
You come on somebody's property around here doing nothing no good, and you got some fucking balls, buddy. I ain't shitting you now.
I lived where I lived for 17 years. This lady down the street had like 4 or 5 dogs. She'd let them out all night and just let them bark the fucking, they were just horrible. Finally, I just went down there like 3 in the morning with a ball bat and beat her door in. The cop came and took my ball bat, but I didn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
She didn't let him out no more.
Yeah, there's a lot. Man, there's way more disrespectful people like that than
there's a nice house. Look at that. Yeah, brick. That's a nice home there. All brick.
Yeah.
I kind of know where I'm at. I don't know if I've ever came out right where I did, but I think I know where I'm going. I walked quite a ways.
Yeah, Tony, people smoke it. That's kind of been a thing all my life, but yeah, here lately it's big time because you know who you need to tell.
Hell, I've been out here 3 hours and out walking in the woods.
Yeah, you're probably in better shape than anybody around.
Well, I'm not breathing. Do you hear me? Like all these people, like Colorado Bigfoot, and all these people said, "Oh, I'm deep in the woods, 20 miles," but they're going, whatever. As long as they've been doing it, you shouldn't be breathing hard ever. You know what I mean? That's because they're taking a car and driving to a park or whatever, walking 10 feet in. If you're walking on a path or in a park or a trail and you're on a park, you're not getting in shape.
I've got to get back in shape because when me and the wife moved down here last summer, we didn't have anybody to help us. Our boys work 7 days a week, 16, 18 hours a day, believe that or not, up there at that asphalt plant, dude. When they're running, well, they had a big highway project last year.
I was like, damn, I'm thirsty. And look, I looked over. Thank you, Lord.
Yep. And hey, he's got ripe raspberries already.
They're blackberries.
Or blackberries. Those.
Yep.
When does your raspberries come in? About same time or a couple weeks later?
We don't have any. We don't have wild. We don't have any wild.
You don't?
I don't think so. This is a sweet pea. See that flower? It has pea pod just like peas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, and this, see, there's, no, not that way. But you can, usually every fence row is like this, look.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. That stuff's big time in fence rows around here. I forgot what it was called. But
and out south, there used to be a road of like probably 5 miles like this, and it was like unbelievable. And then they went in there and subdivided it and built a fucking fence company there. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, Tim, what I was saying is we ended up moving everything ourselves, and I got my back and shoulders screwed up doing that I got out of this winter. I sat around so much and was going out there to chiropractor and stuff trying to get straightened back up. I got out of shape. Got back out of shape bad.
It don't take long when you're older.
No, this is the first time it's happened to me this bad over a winter because I usually snap back pretty good, but I'm getting my lungs back now and my legs and stuff. I still got a little bit of trouble with getting forearm pump and stuff on that.
Yeah, I told you, everything's about a month and a half ahead of time so far. Everything, even these, they're not till the middle of July usually because I pick them every year, but I'm glad because now, getting a drought. Look at that.
Those things are thick.
And they're expensive. This shit ain't cheap.
No, what can you get for them a quart around there?
Oh, I mean, if you go to buy them, they're $4, $5, $6, I think.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Probably more than that. I haven't checked. This year ought to be different with all this bullshit going on. They raised the price of everything just because.
Yeah, our feed is, how much was feed today?
What do you feed? Fescue or straw or what?
And that's for 120 pounds of chicken feed and 40 pounds of goat pellets.
Yeah, we got
dog food.
Yeah, our feed has went up about probably, what would you say, 30%?
Yeah. In
the past 4 months. Every time we go, it's like 25, 50 cents higher a bag. Hey, you're making me hungry.
They're so fucking good too. They're not sour at all. Even the red ones aren't even sour, they're usually got a little bit of bite to them.
Well, brother, the wild ones are better. When people grow them in them groves in their backyard and stuff, I don't know what happens, but they don't.
It's got the fertilizer and shit they use, I'm sure.
I guess it is, man. But when they grow out in the woods, dude, they're just, they're sweet, man. Gosh,
and there's not even any bugs on them yet, even.
Yeah, gosh, used to make the best wine out of them things. Brother, there ain't very many bugs this year. Have you noticed that?
Hey, I haven't got no mosquitoes, no flies, no ants.
Right, that's the same thing we're
noticing. Remember when you went outside and ate a sandwich, you had to beat the flies off of your food.
Right. Now I had to just spray the cattle out here. The flies was on their face bugging them, so I sprayed them this morning when I was out there feeding. But
last year I saw a guy on there, he had a pig farm and there wasn't any flies. And he said, Daddy, because Come on.
Well, you know how chickens are one of the nastiest things you can keep. And we have, I mean, you'll go down there, dude, and they're in your nose and everything. You have to put them fly traps out and spray for them. You have to around them chicken houses. And there ain't none down there.
Yeah.
They're
Killing them, I think.
Yeah. Well, the honeybees, they're having hive collapses around here. They're calling it. I don't know nothing about them.
A few years ago, we had those killer bees come here, and they bred with the honeybees, and then they start turning on people, and they sprayed them with kill them, and it fucked up the honeybees too.
Yeah, that Africanized bee, they had trouble with that around here too. Yeah,
they attacked
I remember that. Yeah. Well, they killed people, didn't they?
Yeah, if you're allergic to bees, it will.
Well, no.
Kind of like that one movie. Remember that one movie with that little girl?
Called Swarm.
Pearly Sue or something?
Yeah, called Swarm. Back in the late 70s.
That's sweet. Woo! My face is probably purple for all them fucking berries.
Yeah, mad about a sheep and has been in there for a while. About 15 minutes.
Oh man. When you get to that one sweat where you sweat so much it just feels like the air's turned on,
Yeah.
Get a tune up, buddy. Yeah, it sounds like they run on 2 cylinders. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
All I need now, on the way back, I can eat some mulberries. Maybe like 5 different wild things I ate today.
Yeah, and mulberries. I love them things too.
I haven't even drank anything today.
Getting it all from them berries.
Oh, I know where I'm at. A long way. I'm way down the road. Hey, look at this. Look at that. Hey. That's badass.
That's an old carry-all.
Yeah, the milk wagon or milk panel wagon.
They called them carry-alls or a panel truck.
Route 1955, Route 66.
Yep.
I had baby moons. You know what I mean? I used to like the baby moons.
Dude, them's good. Get them old deep dish steel wheels and put beauty rings on them and them baby moons, and that's the best looking rim there ever was.
They're clean, real clean.
And they are, and they're cheap. And they are, brother. And that's all you need is that old steel wheel, and that's just a way to make them look good. I love an old hot rod or a classic car that's got them on there, man.
I got a baby moon. I found out I got pit bull, and a guy brought me one. I got 2 of them.
Kenneth,
hey, my buddy,
famous Kentucky fans in the chat. He says hello, brother.
What's up? Hey, my buddy, that Richard guy that brings me food. He came in the chat the other night and was talking to her for a minute. Yeah, because I let him watch Heather, not knowing anything, and you can see what what he said.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's getting worse.
Yeah, I know. He gives me shit about flat Earth and the moon landing. He always giving me shit about it. Well, the other day, I opened my door, and there was this like 1970s round. They look like a coaster, but they're cardboard. And one said Apollo 13. The other one said showed a picture of the moon, the footprint on the moon. There's 3 of them stuck in my door. I got them on my wall now.
All trying to disprove.
Yeah, show me.
Trying to show you the truth.
Yeah, but he really knows. He does it to irritate me on purpose. It's funny though.
Yeah, that's the same thing I run into in the family, man, sitting trying to tell people about that being fake.
He tried to trigger me, and
they throw stuff up, and they get their phone out and start showing you pictures. I'm like, that picture's no good. It's fake. Here's where you can find out that it is, and they will refuse to look. And I'm like, hey, I looked at what you wanted to show me. Could you please look at this? They're like, you know what, man? I don't want no more to do with this, dude. There's no use to talk to you anymore. That's what they always tell me. There's no use to talk to you anymore. I'm like, yeah.
Like a fuel line rail. Yeah. Got bent.
Yeah.
I just leave for a lighter. Look. Whenever I saw Bamboo's rap video of Tupac call me a sunken cheeked old man and all this crap, And
now what did I ain't watched it yet. What's it say?
I said he said I was a sunken cheeked old grandpa, nasty old man and shit. You can't believe it, dude. And I posted and I said, oh, talking highly of me. No worries, there ain't no trigger on a squirt gun.
I'm gonna tell you
like,
something.
You know, he's got to be like 5 foot tall. I didn't know he's 39. I thought he's like 20.
Brother, that's exactly what I'm going to say. A motherfucker like that will not stand toe to toe with somebody like you or me and run their fucking suck like that. They won't fucking do it.
Hey, when I was in the chat too, he didn't talk to me over there, remember? Because he didn't know. He knew I hadn't seen that video.
Yeah, that's always these guys on his keyboard. It's like, brother, you stand, you know, I'm from these people. You stand toe to toe with me, and you can have the opportunity if you want it. And you go ahead and you run your fucking mouth like that.
When you watch it, listen to how tough he thinks he is, and you know, it just freaks me out.
I've already heard that, man.
Oh, I didn't know. Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And you know what? When me and Tony had our deal, he took down the videos. Well, if he was sorry, he wouldn't have left it up. But you know, he wants the views, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll watch it when we get off of here.
Well, that was the last straw. I would have never done what I did if I knew you did that. I think that's probably why they were all amazed I was there the other night, because they'd probably all seen it and I hadn't. And you know what's sad? Even Ski Man. If I went with that one, if you watch it right, you can see he's mad at Ski Man, not me, because Ski Man's his buddy, and he was the one arguing with him more than anybody. And then he tried to tell him too, you know.
Talk sense to him.
Yeah. Well, guess what? On that video, Ski Man comments and said, "I'm glad you did this, hypocrite," and shit. Call me a hypocrite. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you're right, Tony. That's exactly what I'm saying, man. I just know the type, man. It's
he was talking.
He
knows the Bible, and he was telling me the same thing. And he even said, you know, he told him, you know what? If I took the keys from you when you're drinking, he would never shut up long enough to listen to him.
Yeah.
What happened was he got the voice of a little girl, and he don't speak up. He kept trying to talk, and he wasn't loud enough, and no one could hear him. And he kept getting madder and madder. And then I didn't even play the part where they're talking about Casey. That what do you think they would have thought when they heard that? Holy shit! Remember?
Yeah, the part. After you left, there was another hour or something with me and.
Was he in there?
Oh, who was that?
Was there
with me, man?
Tony was.
Yeah, Tony was in there for a while. Who was the other brother who was in there with us?
Jay. Jay. Patriot already left. Patriot's already left.
Ski Man.
He was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I just thought of today when I was doing the other one. I can go back in there to that StreamYard and I can watch it.
You can watch when we was in there?
Yeah, I can go back there and watch it. I forgot I can get into it. And then guess what?
You mean it recorded that?
I may not even say. I may not make nothing else.
Because if it did, if there's some way that you can get that, I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I can. I'm going to try when I get back. But, you know, I told him.
There was a few questions.
I told him today, I said, you know, I posted that and I said, you better take that video down or I'm going to make a video about you every day until you do. I got enough. I had the, you know how many times he's been on panel with me and shit?
Right, you're
use that shit if it's mine. I mean, they can't do nothing. That's my stuff.
I can't. You sound like a robot real bad, man. I can't understand you. Yeah, Rowan. I bet that you're a big dude, man. And I bet he did take off running.
Texting bandits. They're all texting bandits.
No, Rowan said he had.
I wouldn't even waste the energy on that little guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously, I had no idea he's 39. He looks like he's still pubescent. He looks young. He should know better by now. And you know, whenever he said he gets it from his own understanding, and that's what it says right in the Bible. You can't do that.
Right. That's exactly how that. Man, I'm here now that I've started studying what he's saying. It's he's leaning along the lines of Buddhism. Oh
yeah, well he's half Japanese, and I think you know that's probably the family's religion. I don't know. I'd go back guessing. You know, just do what I did. Whenever I feel something wrong, I just I'll go to chat and I just write down whatever one person says only. But I saw a feature when you buy StreamYard. I got buttons on there where I can push and record every single person on the panel separately.
Oh yeah, I haven't bought it. I don't stream enough until I needed to, and I can't hardly put the link in the chat and stuff. I'm horrible on a computer. I'm pretty good with carpentry and machining and stuff like that, man. When it comes to these daggone computers and stuff, I have a heck of a time.
I use a phone for everything. I fuck a computer. I don't like them. You know, but even when I'm not somewhere, I'm there. I'm just not there where you can see me.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I got enough devices. For one thing, I can be watching two things with a headphone in each ear from each one and comprehend both at the same time. You know what I mean?
Brother, I do that. I sit here. I got my phone right now and texting here, but I might have the TV. I know what's
going on. Oh, and I can be sitting next to my roommate. She's watching it, and I can tell her what's going on. And I'm not even watching it. I'm just listening.
That's the same way I am. Yeah, and I've been like that. I still remember the gun magazines and stuff that I read back in
Hot
the
Rod,
70s.
Rat Rods and all that shit. I remember all that shit.
I remember the technical information out there too. I remember the same way. Yeah, I didn't. And I looked that up, man. They call us autodidactic. You self-learn. I looked at there's a few people down here it's like that, and I've learned. That's what I said, man. Being a machinist and stuff. I don't know, man. It was just because they only had to tell me once. If you just listen, Tony's like that, man. You know, he hears something once and he's got it.
Like I said, you don't got to have a good memory when you don't lie, because you don't have to remember all the crap you told.
Right. That is true.
You leave all that room for good shit in your head instead of fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I know, because the times that in my life that I have lied, that is, you got to remember that for a long time, especially in the Marine Corps, man. We lie to cover for each other.
But people that lie, most of them can't tell the same story twice.
Yeah.
I catch people lying, they're not telling the story the same every time.
I can't anymore. If I tried to tell a lie, man, my chest would hurt. Like I said,
I got no reason to lie. You know what I mean? There's no lie in the world that's going to change my life.
Well, I don't know. I'm sitting here wondering if a cop's ever walked up to me and asked me if I had weed on me. I think I'm gonna tell them no.
Well, guess what? I usually never drove with it. I mean, if I did, I didn't get pulled over. I didn't smoke in the car. Yeah. I could wait till I got home. I was always paranoid to be out partying in the car.
Yeah, well, you don't need to do it anyway.
Well, you can't hide that smell when you got the windows up and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a good way to get caught. Yeah, Dawn, I call on the Lord and God an awful lot over my temper and anger and thinking angry thoughts and wanting to just wanting to bust somebody in the mouth, and I don't know.
It makes me angry when people talk bad about my family above.
Yeah. Yeah, after.
And you know what? I know you think he's going to get mad because I took up for him. You got another thing coming.
Run that by me again.
People act if God's not going to get mad if I'm kind of being stern at somebody for taking up for him. He ain't going to get mad at me.
No.
No matter how you do it.
Yeah, we talk about that a good bit, that righteous anger, and that's where
I never even heard that before until the other day.
Oh, you hadn't?
Never.
It's been new to about 6 months ago, probably for me. I don't know, maybe longer than that. I can't really remember, but I can't say it's something I've heard all my life.
I've never on purpose said something about somebody that wasn't true to cause a fight or stir the pot. Because whenever I finally slip, it's been a long time coming. You know what I mean? A long time.
Yeah. Oh, I've said shit about people like that to piss them off.
What if it's true? I don't give a shit because they get mad. Guess what? It worked. Stay the fuck away from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm serious. I don't care anymore.
Pisses people off is telling them the truth. Man, they have a harder time with that than anything.
And sometimes you make a better person out of them because some of them really tell you they're sorry and they try to do better. You know what I mean?
Well, it didn't that happen to you? It happened to me. I've had somebody.
Yeah, like Tony.
Tell me
Tony did it exactly.
Yeah, that's
I had
exactly
never felt
right,
better
man.
since I started hanging with him instead of the other people in my life.
And that's the same here, brother. And the reason why is because we ain't sitting trying to making sure one of us ain't fucking the other one over. And it's a relief because I have been so sick of that, man, having to sit and watch my back and watch out for my brothers and shit and having to keep track of what's going on. And here it's just business, man. You don't have to worry about that shit. There ain't nobody fucking yanking anybody around.
Well,
and
you know, it's like
bullshit to decipher. You know exactly where you stand, exactly what's going on, exactly what's being said.
And when somebody starts talking shit, it ain't like nobody says nothing. Within a few minutes, somebody's telling them.
Yeah, and I love it because we all got the same eyes and ears, man. We all see and hear the same thing at the exact same time, man. And it's a relief, man. And then
the other people like, well, I wouldn't say nothing. They might not come back to my stream again.
Right. Who gives a fuck? If you're going to be like that, don't want you here anyway. We're not going to associate with you. That's plain and simple. And you're given many chances. Tony showed really exceptional patience yesterday, man, or last night there. That was exceptional patience. Yesterday, I mean.
Well, the other night when I was talking, you know, there's like 15 or 20 people there. Sometimes only 3 people talking. And I kept saying, lurkers can kick rocks, go away, and they finally all did. Yeah.
I lost you at the end there again.
I said I was yelling at the lurkers. I was telling them to kick rocks, and they finally did, most of them.
Yeah.
I don't want them there if they're fake.
Yeah, I'm tired of the fake shit too.
Like Voynich. You know, we all see how evil that motherfucker is, and then he's streaming again now, and all the people in there. No one said a word to him about any of that at all.
Yep. I don't know what the hell.
One of the biggest disappointments to me is Heidi.
Me too. When Tony, I told Tony
whenever I did that big stream, you know, for 31 hours, she called me and she said whenever her mom died, I could come and live with her for free. And now, you know, it's the total opposite. And I told her when she called me last time, she said, "Did you mean that shit?" I said, "I'm sorry, but don't call me anymore. I can't do it. You know, you believe totally different than I do, and you hang out with the wrong people. I'm sorry, but I can't do it anymore."
Yeah. Yeah, man, when I found out.
I can't hear you.
I said, when I found that out, what Tony said there yesterday about her.
She's hanging out with Heather.
Yeah, he said, it looks like that struck you pretty hard. And I said, yeah, it did. It disappointed the hell out of me.
They're all new age. They're all into goddesses and moons and making each other feel good, and that.
They don't even know it. Yeah, they think that something told them that if you do something and it feels good, it's right.
They're feeding the flesh. What they're doing.
That is. That's of the flesh. You're right.
Of the world and in the world. They're both.
What time we got to leave, baby? You want to go to the races tonight?
I'm happy to stay at home.
Okay.
They even talked in the Bible about not hanging out with toxic people.
I mean, if you want to go, we'll go.
Well, that's exactly what he's talking about. That's how we got on the flea things, man. If you lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. That's what we was talking about.
I said last night, I guess we'll have to put a flea collar on.
I don't know how many times I've seen a guy that don't drink start hanging around with a bunch of us that did drink. And
that's what I said. It'd make a straight guy want to hang out with Satan.
Yeah, he'd show up on a work crew and never drink a beer in his life, and he'd be damn drunk.
These are the sweetest thing I ate yet. Oh my god! Right here,
the mulberries.
Oh man, look at them. They're staining me already though.
Yeah, that's when they're good, dude, man. When they're soft and tender like that.
They're everywhere. I mean, they're everywhere. The Koreans usually come down here and pick them, but they're early.
We always just laid a tarp down underneath them and get up there and stomp on them limbs.
Yep. The only thing is, if you got them, you know, if the birds eat them and shit on your car and stain the paint. If it's got the clear coat gone, it'll just fucking stain the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I've seen some that shit that didn't even look real. There was so much shit on cars from them daggone mulberries, man.
My stepdad, his name was Leroy Raper. So you imagine how he was. We lived out in the country, and we'd be barbecuing, and a fucking black bird, something would shit on his arm, and he'd say, I think they're trying to buy your car. They're leaving a deposit on it. But he'd go in and get the shotgun and just shoot them fuckers right.
When I was kids, they used to pay us to shoot starlings on them farms.
Heritage tractor, look. Good pin.
Yeah, people keep their weed in them too.
I find more pins and pencils and shit like that too laying around. Ooh, there's a good breeze right here. I'm going. Hey, look, O'Reilly, welcome race fans.
I don't know if we're going to go or not. The old lady said she's happy with staying home.
Well, it's just if it's muggy and shit, you sit there and sweat and you get deaf.
Yeah, and like I said, the only reason why main reason why we're going up there is just to sit and watch the show. I like there's several classes that racing, but there tonight, hell, everybody's there to watch all everybody down there fighting and raising hell and shit and carrying on.
I just tell people bring a set of earplugs. They're like, why?
Yeah, it ain't for the cars. It's for all them daggone women down there screaming at the top of their lungs because their husband's the next fucking star.
Yeah,
the next fucking Ricky Bobby, man. I'm telling you, yeah. If we go, I'll have to. If we go, I'll tape some of that shit or just stream it.
look at that bone, that limestone.
You're going. You got a stream going tonight, Tony?
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he said I'll go in the chat there. It says I'll go long tonight. Start with showing couple clips of Code, Heidi,
Hey,
Heather, maybe Bamboo.
Look, that's Peacock.
Yeah, he said probably 8 or 9 p.m. starting. I think he's Eastern.
Hey, Jay, you can use anything. You can use anything out of any of my videos you want. Anything. You know that already. Yeah, I got
the same thing, but I ain't
I got probably 100 videos that are blocked worldwide that no one's ever seen after the lives.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Well,
I found the thing. I found the thing on my phone today that says I can record what's on my screen on my phone. I can just push record and record my screen.
You remember that one? I was on one of them there, and I was in there almost 20.
10 hours.
On that, or 10 hours. What? Man, there was one of them was way longer than that.
And they got blocked.
Yeah.
They all got blocked.
How long was you on total that day?
31.
31. Was I in?
I was on 6 hours before that over somebody.
That's right. That's how it was. I was on 16 hours that day. That's right.
So you have to break it up at 12 or you have to do it every 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm back and I'm fucking dying. I'm out of here.
All right.
How long did I walk for? 3.5 hours. Woo!
Yep. 3:28.
People, I'm dying. I get something to drink.
All right.
I'll see you at Tony's. See you, Tony.
All right, brother. I'll catch you later.
Bye.
Thanks, man.